Yes. Good morning, everybody. It's 8:38. I'm very excited to start this morning with you. We're going to be talking to the Moore Memorial Public Library. Our good friend Paloma is going to be in, and we're going to be talking about nails and salons and spa with, I believe it's Viva La Poche, which I love the name.
Yeah, Viva La Poche. It's Michelle. She's going to be coming in and talking about all things that she has doing. Maybe we might get microblading today.
Oh, today?
Might.
I think that would be a good idea. I would definitely get my beard microbladed so that way I could get it filled in. I don't know. Is that a possibility? Is that a trend for 2019?
Possibly. Could you imagine getting your beard and everything?
I can. It would be like a dream come true. You know, I would like to thank all the people that made this possible. Viva La Poche, and my idea just now that I had, and that's about it. That's all it takes. But if you have any questions whenever it comes to salons and services, if you have any questions about microblading, maybe you want your husband or you want to get your beard filled in, is that a possibility? And does it hurt? That's the one thing that I've seen mixed reviews on. Some people say, it's okay. Some people are like, wow, I went somewhere and it kind of hurt me. But it has to seem like it has a little bit of pain, right? Some trade-off. It hurts to be beautiful.
It hurts to be beautiful. No, because I was born beautiful, so it didn't have to be painful at all.
You know, well, beauty is very subjective. And
wow.
It's true. And some people are, you know, they're not necessarily, not that they're not confident, but they're happy with how they are. And sometimes if you want to make a change and you want to do something to make your everyday routine easier, then why not go for it? That's the way I see it.
Yes, for sure, definitely.
A couple things. We're gonna give away some tickets to a Cajun festival that's taking place Friday, Saturday. You're gonna have the opportunity to win tickets. All you have to do is
like, share, and then drop a crawfish emoji.
Boom.
If you want to go.
There's Philip Guidry. He said God is good, and that is true. Hey, you could win some tickets. I don't know. Are you allowed to win? Tiny.
Is it a shrimp? Okay, we had this conversation. Ryan dropped it. I think that this is a shrimp.
That's 100% a shrimp.
Right now.
Wait, y'all, that's the emoji y'all chose?
Yes.
I told y'all to go with the other.
The other one was lobster. That one more looks like a crawfish than anything.
We look like fools. I told y'all, look, if you type in crawfish and apple, we'll pop this in right there. Crawfish.
That's a
Boom.
lobster.
Done. It's both.
That's a lobster.
It can be both.
The other one looks more like a crawfish than a shrimp.
But look, if you type lobster, it comes up too. It's both, man. Like,
okay, then type in shrimp, and what comes up
with
with
shrimp? The shrimp comes up. What do you think? So, look, there's two. There's a cooked one, and then there's like a live one. Shrimp.
That's the one I picked because that's the one.
It's a shrimp.
That one looks like a crawfish.
Kurt, I can't believe this.
Okay,
you know what? We might as well. Sometimes you just need to pull the plug and start over. Hey, we're done today. We're not doing the show. Ethan, just shut the lights off. We're all going home.
Okay, how about this? You have to drop both of those emojis. We're just making up the rules on the fly.
Ethan, can we at least edit and maybe put the other emoji in there as well?
Both.
Yeah, so that way people are going to be laughing at us for the rest of our lives over this
do it.
Shrimp Gate, 2019.
It looks more like a crawfish. The other one doesn't even look like crawfish.
Kurt, you're arguing with iPhone. You're arguing with Apple and Siri, who literally knows everything, and we know nothing.
Okay, yes.
And you will argue till you're dead.
Crawfish does have claws, though.
Yes! That's the most important part. You get those big claws. You want the big boys, the ones that are full grown, that you're able to, like, peel the claw off, and there's a big old hunk of meat inside. That little shrimp, even if that was a crawfish, I'd be like, I don't want that one. That's the baby. He don't even have claws. And again, we look like full. What are we supposed to do? How are we ever going to come back from this? We'll never be able to live this down. It's 8:42 a.m. What are we doing? This is KHEARadio.com, 99.5 FM. Again, we're giving away some tickets to the Shrimp Fest. I mean, no, it's crawfish, baby. It's crawfish. You're going to have the chance to win. We're not. No. And then, hey, there may be shrimp there. I'm sneaking some into my pot and my boil.
Should we do our own? We'll call it the Bon Temps Roller Cajun Throwdown, but it has shrimp instead. Would they get upset with us? Tiny would become really big at that point and be like.
Tiny's like 6'6" as it is. It's an ironic nickname that he's gone by since he was a kid, if I remember correctly. But yeah, this is Shrimpgate. We apologize. Make sure you check them out. There's another event taking place. That's the San Leon Oyster Festival, where me and Curt are going to be able to MC. My dad actually texted me yesterday. Was like, hey, I'm on the website. I'm trying to buy some VIP tickets. And I was like, wait, where's the? You get some VIP tickets? Am I going to be even able to access? I don't know.
What are VIP tickets?
I don't know. But I'm finding out. Because
these were questions we needed yesterday.
Yes. If there's access to like a VIP tent, then I'm willing to pay. I'm willing to pay extra for my normal ticket so that way I can have access to that. So there's a bunch of stuff going on this weekend. Hey, if you want crawfish before this weekend, I saw that Bayshore Grill has it for $2.99 a pound right now.
I think that was just yesterday.
Well, you should go, like, invent a time machine, go back to yesterday, and then go have some Bayshore Grill because it was $2.99 a pound. You need to follow them on social media anyways because they always do, like, those random deals where it's like, hey, get 3 pounds for this amount, get a pound for this, and it's always an awesome deal. Check them out. They're located in sunny San Leon, and that's where the Oyster Festival is going to be. So we got 10 seconds. And this is one of my favorite groups.
Like, share, comment, drop a crawfish or lobster or shrimp.
Good morning. You're listening to KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. This is Kickstart. I'm Gardy.
And I'm Curt.
It's 8:44 a.m. on a Wednesday. It looks like it's going to be another amazing day right here in Galveston County.
I'm super excited about today. We have a lot going on. We got Viva La Posh coming in at 9 o'clock. We also, at 10 o'clock, are going to be talking to our good friend Paloma from the Moore Memorial Public Library about everything that they have going on there.
So yesterday we snuck into Benito's for a bit, which is a Lamarck restaurant. It's been there for about 50 years. They have some of the best enchiladas, in my opinion, and I was able to try some from their buffet. They were having a Kiwanis Club meeting, and we met the lady who is like the director of the library for Lamarck.
Correct.
And we were asking her if she would ever be willing to come on our show because we have the Moore Memorial Tech City Public Library come on, and we wanted to see if we could get like a competition, like who has the best library in the land? Is it Lamarck or is it Texas City? I don't know if they would buy into the drama, but in my head it was like, hey, do you remember that show on MTV? What was it, Celebrity Deathmatch, where they would like fight a cartoon? In my head, I was like, oh, yes, a match in a battle royale. Who has the best library in the world? Texas City, Lamarck. But I think they work together.
I might be a little biased when it comes. Can I say that? When it comes to this? I might be a little biased when it comes to the libraries battling it out, only because I can envision the logos. And I love the Moore Memorial Public Library logo, only because it has orange in it.
It's a crest.
Yes, but it's
not
orange.
It's like a crest. It's like a family seal from the Moore Memorial family. It could be the Moore fam or whatever, but that's what it reminds me of. It's legit. But it does have orange, and you're a big fan of orange. I remember one time we saw an orange Jeep Compass, and you were like, oh, look at that. Oh, man.
If
the exact same car you have.
If I could dye my car orange, I would.
Like an Easter egg.
Like an Easter egg.
Just pick it up.
Drop it. Boop, boop. It comes out bright and shiny.
Ethan's face.
You know who would do that easily? When did they
Signfly.
Legacy Collision.
Do they wrap cars?
I don't know if they wrap it, but they paint the cars.
Do they dye them like an Easter egg, though? Because that's what we really need.
I feel like that they can.
A big tub.
We were there, and they were doing that to the bumpers and stuff.
Yeah, they spray it on. But there's a new, I want to say it's a new trend, but there's another option as well where sometimes you can get your car wrapped in a different color. It's the same thing they would do if they put like logos on it. Like if you wanted an American flag, or Curt, if you wanted yourself dressed up in a hot dog costume on the side, like laying down, which I think would be a great idea for your car, by the way. And it says like KHEA Radio, hot dog approved, right? And then you're like laying down in your costume on the side, and you drive around in that bad boy. You're getting respect that you have not gotten.
People are going to go out of their way to wreck my car.
No way.
Oh, easily.
I don't think so.
You set yourself up for that. People are gonna go out of the way to hit your car,
man,
or like wreck you on the interstate.
Do you think people are just mean? Like
Yes.
big a bunch of meanies out there just trying to get people in accidents?
Oh, of course, for sure.
I don't think so. I think it's more of the respect that you would get. But we're saying all that to say, there's an event taking place this weekend in Galveston. We're giving away some tickets. If you're watching on Facebook, thank you so much. I see a ton of these emoji reacts. That's what we asked you to do. Drop a react, type in crawfish, see what pops up, and let us know, hey, why should we pick you? Why should the software and the computer pick you to go to this event happening this weekend?
Did you update the descriptions? Because now I'm seeing more lobster than I am shrimp. Did you get rid of the shrimp?
It's both.
Okay, it's both. Yeah.
You were about to get really mad, weren't you?
Oh, I was about ready to lose it. How dare you, Ethan? Ethan is our wonderful intern here, and I really do appreciate everything that he does for us.
My heart.
Does it hurt?
No, I don't know what this feeling is.
Oh, it's happy tears?
I think so. My heart just shed a tear.
You've been working so hard for the approval of Curt Casper, and now that it's finally here, it's been nice, hasn't it?
It has, but I feel like it's one of those highs that you usually crash from.
The highs and the lowest of lows. This is KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. This is Kickstart. We were starting out with an amazing show. I don't know if there may be some technical difficulties now, but we're going to be giving away some crawfish, and we're going to be talking about local businesses. We're also going to be talking about some of the events taking place. We're going to take a break on the FM. This is KHEA Radio 99.5 FM.
The time is up.
Boop, boop, boop.
How strange.
Our stream ended, but people are still able to type in stuff because it's just interrupted. So will this work? We don't know what happened. Can you all still hear us? Someone give me a crawfish emoji if you can still hear us.
Okay, we're still getting crawfish emojis? Is that really going to work?
Yeah, they're still working. People have been typing stuff in. I'm going to be like,
No, the audio doesn't work.
what's up, guys?
We lost that stream.
People are still typing stuff in and joining.
It
That's
went
crazy.
bad, but we didn't lose any upload.
I don't know.
It's a hard not life.
That was a Facebook thing, not us.
Yeah. Ethan, be careful.
Be careful.
Tread lightly.
I'm walking on thin ice.
Yeah. I don't want Curt to get mad.
I feel that.
Like at the nail salon.
What do you do at the nail salon?
Ethan, be quiet. And I was like, Ethan, why does he have to be quiet? 3BQ, crawfish. How is everyone doing?
Say, tune in. We're going to be live on a new stream.
Tune in. Starting a new stream. Sad face.
Say that they'll still be eligible to win if they've already commented. Hey, when you get a chance, will you share the new live stream in?
Facebook
What do you mean share it in?
got me all goofed up.
Oh, I know what you're saying.
Keep us in prayer. Oh. Toby Mack. Crawfish. My family's crawfish boil is Saturday. Oh. Uh-oh. Video has ended. Okay. I wish...
Hey, when we get going, will you just copy and paste the description?
Yeah, from the old one.
Yes. You ready?
Yeah.
You ready?
Yes. Good morning, everybody. It's 8:52. We had a tiny bit of technical difficulties. I'm not sure what's going on, but we're going to have an amazing show. We're giving away some tickets to a crawfish festival. It's happening this weekend. I'm very excited to be able to share those out.
Yeah, so all you have to do is drop the emoji that we have in there.
The shrimp one.
The shrimp one. We're doing it again, aren't we? We're going to have the exact same show.
I wish we did because that was awesome.
Deja vu. Man, we were killing it. I think
it's like Groundhog's Day.
Facebook booted us. So we understand that your comments and everything else, you can still be entered to win. We're going to select from each one in order to win. So your comments and everything will still work. So if you dropped a lobster emoji in the last video. You don't need to do it again, but if you want to like double your chances, you can.
You can pick that same person 2 times.
If you want to double your chances.
Wins.
Josue
wins, and then he wins on the other one. It's like, dang, he won both.
He won both. Yeah, so we're giving away a pair of tickets to the Roller Cajun Throwdown, the Bon Temps Roller Cajun Throwdown happening this weekend.
Man, I feel like that was a big downer. I'm not going to lie. Like, everything was going great.
Fantastic. I can't control what Facebook does.
Well, and now all of a sudden it's just starting out flat. It's starting out flat, and now we just got to, make our way and do the best that we can. But we're going to have Viva La Poche Salon in. She's going to be in during the 9 o'clock hour. We're going to be talking about this brand new salon, everything that they have taking place. I saw Joe Perez. He went and visited there. It looks awesome. He looked like he was enjoying himself. I'm not sure. He's sitting in the chair. I'm sure he was getting a massage and all kinds of services taking place.
Yeah, I hope she brings some stuff that she can do.
Like what? What can you realistically bring into studio?
I don't know, because I'm the only spa I have been to has been Bay Colony Nail Spa.
Did you see the video?
Different. I did. I saw the video from Joe Perez. It's a beautiful, beautiful place, but I feel like you could bring something, right? Like to do some hand spa stuff or feet spa stuff. I feel like it can go mobile, right?
I don't think so. Not if you want the full experience. I mean, she could bring some fingernail polish and paint your nails if you really want, but I don't understand what else she could do. Like, I don't know. Just watching the video, I think one of the things about that place is it's an experience. Yeah, you're getting these services, but there's all these amenities that kind of go into it that make it, amazing. So we're going to learn. We're going to find out. And she's going to be in during the 9 o'clock hour. Then we're going to have Paloma in studio during the 10 o'clock hour talking about everything that the Moore Memorial Public Library has going on. Right now we're getting into spring, and then before we know it, it's going to be summer. So there's all these new programs launching here quickly.
Yeah, there's a bunch going on that they're actually remodeling the Moore Memorial Public Library as well.
Yes. So they need to figure out where to put the books. Maybe you have an extra room in your house and you want to keep like a case of books. Let us know. Let us know. That was one of the things that we asked. Okay, y'all are about to remodel this entire library. Where are all the books going to go? Y'all have like a ton of books. What are you going to do with them? What are going to happen to the DVDs, the magazines, everything else that's there, computers? So there's a ton going on.
One of the things that I want to talk to Paloma about is kind of that model, because when you go to schools, like public schools nowadays, they don't have libraries anymore.
What do they
have? They have the room, but they don't have any books. They're getting rid of their books and going digital. So it's to save space, it's to save time, it's to save money. And so it's really intriguing to me when you go into these libraries, especially in like Houston. Houston ISD is one of those people that are getting rid of their libraries. But I feel like the school that I taught at in Houston, Chavez High School, refused to do that.
I was going to say, it seems like that's a bold move. Not necessarily the best move. It's a money-saving move. Is it what's best for our future move? Is it what's best for the students? I don't know. So we got 5 seconds. Here we go. Good morning. You're listening to KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. This is Kickstart. I'm Gardy.
And I'm Curt.
And it is Wednesday morning. It's 8:56 a.m. Thank you for taking the time to join us. If you're watching on Facebook, good morning to you. If you're watching or listening rather on the FM radio, then we appreciate you taking the time to tune in. Maybe you're listening in your car. Call and text a friend. Tell them to turn the dial to 99.5 or go to KHEAradio.com because they can listen from, what are some examples? What are places?
Anywhere. You can listen on our website, KHEAradio.com. You can go to the TuneIn app, listen in there. You can say, Alexa, play KHEA Radio. And it's going to come up, and you're going to be able to listen to it anywhere in the world. You can listen to our morning show, Kickstart, 8:30 to 11, every day.
So intern Ethan, he's leaving for Kentucky tomorrow, going to be there for about a week. And here's what I need from you, Ethan. I need you to test out KHEAradio.com to see if it's as clear here in Lamarck as it is in Kentucky. Can you do that for me?
Absolutely. I will be blasting that music all week.
There you go.
Okay, I'm imagining you in my head, like in the barn, like with the horses and cows. The horses and cows, just like jamming to some KHEA, and the cows like mooing when they hear me and Curt talk. Is that what's going to be happening?
I don't think they'll moo when you talk, but...
Wow. Ethan, I was just about ready to give you a raise. Anyways, we're giving away some tickets to the Bon Temps Roller Cajun Throwdown that's taking place this weekend, Friday and Saturday. They gave us 2 pairs, and we decided to spread it out over time. It is happening on Friday. We will announce the winner later today, most likely, so that way you have enough time to come down tomorrow and pick it up before Friday. All you have to do is drop a crawfish emoji and then like, share, and comment on that video, and you have a chance to win. So if you aren't following KHEA Radio on Facebook, if you're not liking the page, make sure that you go and do so. Also, one of the things that you can do, Gardy, and we talked about it this morning, because our other intern left their Facebook open. Jennifer left her Facebook
She's
open.
commenting now, and she just said, well, she's actually talking to Ethan. I think they're having a war because, like Ethan Smith, he just did that. He raised his eyebrows like, yeah, I did that. Let them know, Kurt. Let the people know.
So you can actually invite all of your friends to like KHEA Radio. If you go to the community tab on our page, you can go through and like it. So that's what we did. We went to our other intern's Facebook page that was left over, which I feel like Jennifer's really good about, like, not doing those kind of things. So we went through and invited all of her friends to like the page.
Ethan was like, she has so many friends. He was like, do I have to do this individually? Yes.
Can you imagine being Chef Mary Bass and having to go through on the mobile device and hitting
5,000
5,000 friends?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to 5,000.
I want to get to a point where I have to decide if I'm going to accept someone's friend request or not, or if I'm going to be like, I'm going to boot this one person to allow somebody else in.
Russian troll, except you like just to get the numbers, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, 5,000 friends. I went through and like all of my old friends from high school and added them back on. So
yeah. You're trying to show off. You said, hey, look at me now.
Look at me now. I want 5,000 friends.
I got a haircut. I'm feeling good, looking good. You can't smell me, but I'm smelling good. Dude,
Let's not talk about that.
Hey, I mentioned this earlier. Do you think it'd be a good idea for us to have like a giveaway, and we have to think of something good? Like if you invite like all your Facebook friends, maybe you're going to be entered in to win something. Or we do like, hey, if you do a screenshot and show us that you invited 20 of your friends, then you're going to be entered in to win Lake City Music Festival passes.
Oh, we got to get rid of these too. Man.
We can do some of those tomorrow.
Okay, we'll do a bunch of winners tomorrow, because I actually we had a winner come by yesterday and pick up their weekend passes, so that was exciting.
How excited were you about them picking up that pass?
Finally. Thank goodness. This is our giveaway pile right here in front of the desk, and it's a lot to give away, a lot.
Why are you complaining about this?
I'm not complaining. I just want to give it away to people. I want to get it out of here. Let's go. Let's give some stuff away.
Well, we're trying to do that today. Again, like, share, comment. You'll have the opportunity to go to that Cajun Throwdown Festival, Crawfish, Styley, a bunch of stuff going on. It's right there by Skydive Galveston. And I believe, is it called 10 Cups? Is that the name of that place?
10 Cups is where it's located
Galveston.
at. It's a golf place where you can go and actually drive a drive range. Is that what it's called? A golf range? Drive range?
I don't think any of those things are correct.
Man. But you
I'm
can go
gonna
and
say it's
practice
called
your golf game.
Maybe a driving range.
A driving range, a golf range. I was going to get there. A driving range.
You have a way with the English language.
Wow.
Hey, I saw that Angie Butler got on here earlier. So good morning to you, Angie Butler. And I'm going to be careful how much of this I talk about. But I saw on the Bay Area Houston Food Lovers group that there was a review of a restaurant that I love. I love this restaurant, and it wasn't the best review. Angie had went there a couple days before and had an amazing time, which was it was awesome. And she left a great review, and it got me thinking. Like, people that go and leave bad reviews after going 1 or 2 times. Like, have you ever been had such a bad experience that you felt like, hey, I'm gonna go leave a bad review? Have you ever done that? What would it? The answer is yes, isn't it? You're just not going to talk now, okay?
I can't answer that.
Are you a bad review leaver?
No. You know why I'm not a bad review leader? A leaver?
You're a bad review leader.
I'm a bad review leader. No, I actually watched a speech when I was in college, and it was about Yelp, right? Like, Yelp is one of those places where you can go and leave a review about a restaurant. Did you know that if you leave a bad review about a restaurant, that they can come at you and sue you?
Defamation?
Yeah, for defamation, or libel is what it's actually called. It's a libel thing, and it's where you're not providing real stuff. And so people use Yelp, leave a bad review, and then can still get sued.
Okay.
So I saw that speech, and so I don't post anything negative about anybody or anything because I never want to have that lawsuit. I carry libel insurance. You can actually buy it yourself, so like you can never be sued for being liable. You can be sued, but the insurance would cover the cost of it.
I feel like I don't know how that works, but that's weird because you strike me as the person who likes to talk a lot of trash, about places, but you just don't type it down on the internet.
Correct. Why would I ever want to type it down on the internet? I can walk around and tell you my best, one of my good friends.
What if somebody films you? What if somebody's filming you or like the audio? Like what would it take for them to go to a court and hold that against you?
I don't know. I just remember the whole basis and the whole premise of it was like Yelp, and so writing it on the internet. So I actually, after I saw the speech, I actually went and got libel insurance so I could carry it around, just as a news reporter back in the day, and also as a radio DJ now. It's important to make sure that I don't ever have to deal with or lose money over any of that.
Hey, we have a special delivery. Shout out to our good friend Solomon, who is now he's actually bringing some coffee. Look, he's on the cam right there. Check him out. Hey, if you're not plugged in, if you have some youth or you have some kids that are in that high school range, they need to come hang out with Solomon at Abundant Life Youth Church. It's an awesome time. He will be able to get them plugged in. So, again, let us know, what do you have going on today? It's 9:04. This is KHEAradio.com, 99.5 FM. It's Kickstart. We're going to be on till 11 a.m. We're excited about everything going on today. Viva La Posh is going to be in any minute now. We're actually in communication with her now. So we're excited to learn everything that they have going on.
Yeah, and so the other thing that you need to do is, I haven't seen a whole lot of shrimp emojis, but drop the shrimp emoji.
Or the crawfish.
So what happened earlier, I posted it because it looked more like a shrimp, or not a shrimp, looked more like a crawfish than a shrimp. But we had another stream up and running. So if you liked and shared and commented on that old stream earlier today, you can still have a chance to win on this stream as well.
I think the thing that's so, not distracting, but confusing about the emojis is that shrimp is like red. Like on that emoji.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah, because whenever you eat shrimp, it's like a pink. It's not necessarily that red. But
pink
the
and
crawfish,
white, yeah.
The crawfish turns straight up red. It looks like a little lobster to me. So
I think the other thing that we need to have is we need to have a crawfish emoji by itself, like one that's not lobster.
Yeah.
Like we're in Texas, we deserve this.
I have to read this comment. This is from Luis, which, man, Luis is like day one KHEA radio family. He's like one of the day ones.
He was.
And he said,
he was on the day that we literally had one person watching, and we had
it was Luis.
We had to end the stream.
Luis said, "You guys have a coffee assistant now? Man, y'all have come a long way." I guess so, but we do sometimes have coffee dropped in like daily. I think I saw Luis the other day. I was in Dickinson, and since that 646 is like a goofball mess up right now and construction, it's going to be beautiful one day. Excuse me, my libel. Excuse me. It's going to be amazing, and I love it so much. But I go home Highway 3, and I go like down 517 to get to where I live, right? And I'm not positive. I would have texted you I was driving, but I think I saw Luis like over there on 517, like east of I don't know. I miss Luis.
Are you seeing Luis because you miss him so much?
Maybe it could be like just visions and just hallucinations that I'm seeing.
We take him fishing one time.
Never see him again.
Never see him again. This is why you don't win anymore, Luis. We gave you the best. We gave you the best prize ever: a chance to spend the morning with us on the boat in the jetties.
Prize.
And you dumped us afterwards.
We need to go fishing again. I noticed you changed your Facebook default photo back to you and the fish, and you're like, "Best day ever."
That was I just updated the profile picture.
Yeah.
But that fish looked good.
It's a nice fish.
I wanted to go. I need to go. Miles called me last night. Did he call you after he called me?
No.
I was kind of
Why don't you answer the man's calls?
I missed it.
He's literally trying to take us fishing, and you're like, the best day ever, but I don't want to answer your calls anymore because I don't want to have another best day ever to top the last one. Wow. I think you don't want to go fishing because you're not sure if you can top that first trip.
I just don't. Yeah, maybe. Because we had a great time fishing. We had a blast fishing. We caught so much fish. So much fish.
Cindy, will you take us fishing?
Will you
Please?
will you teach us your ways, young Padawan?
We're the young Padawan. We need to go with the master, the Jedi master. Man, we need to go fishing. Like with the weather being as nice as it has been, and we're about to be in spring. I'm not sure what season it is, but man, we got to get out on the water. Ethan, would you come into work more if there was an opportunity for you to come on a fishing trip?
Sure.
Wow, Ethan is not invited. Luis, the spot just opened up. The spot just opened. I felt like that wasn't sincere. No,
that wasn't sincere at all.
Sure.
You're trying to bribe me. I don't know what else to say.
Wow. Okay, well, that's fair. Maybe we'll find extra room. But it is 9:08. This is KHEARadio.com. I'm seeing a bunch of emojis on our Facebook stream of crawfish and shrimp and people who are excited to have the opportunity to go and enjoy that festival this weekend.
Mandolin said, hey, this is the emoji that comes up for crawfish. Can you change what emoji comes up on your own personal page?
Maybe.
If you use it for crawfish?
Whenever I type crawfish, this one pops up, which I just posted from there. So
it's a lobster.
It looks, and it could be. It's a lot. If you type lobster, the same one comes up. So it's all opinion. But the thing is that one does not have claws, and that's one of the most important parts of the crawfish, the claws. Because that's how I know, at least. Man, this one's full grown. This one's big, just like a little monster. Sometimes you see them so big that it's like, hey, that's a little lobster.
Little one. Do you ever get those? See, for me, I don't know crawfish enough that when I saw the red, it looked more. Because you also have the tail. The lobster that on that emoji doesn't have a tail, the rounded tail that you would have.
Yeah, I don't know. Either way, I like to eat it. I eat the small ones, the baby ones, the big ones, because, and this is weird, maybe it's not weird, but it's like I don't want them to have given up their life in vain. I want them to, they serve their purpose. The babies, the big ones. I'm not a respecter of size. So we have our guests here. We're going to take a break on the FM, and we're going to keep it going on Facebook. Whenever we come back, we're going to be talking about Viva La Posh Salon. This is KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM. Coming up next is Sidewalk Prophets.
All right, I'll go do my. Or wait, what time is it?
Yeah, you can. It's 9:10.
Hey. Oh. There it goes. I was like, why isn't it playing? Whew, that was weird. The on-air had gone off. Okay. So who is excited to talk about Viva La Posh? Did anybody see that Texas Chronicles?
We should have asked Joe to give us that video so that we could have played it while she was talking, or played it now as we transition the guest out.
Yeah. Well, just imagine this. Imagine I'm Joe Perez. I have a towel around my neck. I'm sitting in a chair, and I say, I'm at Viva La Posh Salon in Webster, Texas, and it's a place to be. That's how it was. And he was legit, and I was like, man, I want to go to Viva La Posh. I passed it the other day whenever we were on the way to Peak Performance Warehouse for the Snowdrop event. It was on the right, and I was like, oh, there it is. I need to stop in, but I was on a time crunch trying to get to Viva La Posh. So there's that. All right. So let's see. Mainland said, I can't stay on here long, running around picking up supplies for the Victory Lakes Intermediate PTA dance. PTA moms rock. I agree.
Is it where the PTA parents get a dance, like a school dance, instead of the kids?
What about the kids? Dances, I don't know. Did you go to junior high dances, Curt?
I did.
How did those go for you? I can't even imagine.
Oh, man, you had to...
Were you dancing?
Oh, slow dancing at that age was so awkward. It was arms out, save room for Jesus.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Yeah, I'm sure the kids will have a good time.
I remember
I didn't dance. Even in high school, that wasn't for me. So junior high, I'd have been nope. I'm gonna sit in the corner and cry and drink punch, have a good time with my boys.
The one thing though about those dances is I'm having flashbacks, PTSD about asking girls to the dance and getting rejected every time.
Did that happen?
I went to the dance with the bros.
Yeah.
In middle school, you go to the dance with
the
bros.
Wait, but did that happen? Did you get rejected? You asked and
couple
they said no?
Couple times, and then you just eventually stop asking.
Stop. You learn after the first 2 or 3 times. Seriously, did that happen every year?
Maybe. We had a dance a quarter.
Okay, but here's the thing. Oh, dang.
I know, right? It was awesome.
But you are the kind of person that's going to go ask somebody, the most popular person in school. You had to be realistic, Curt. Like your friends, like had you never talked to them before ever, and you're just like, hey, you want to go to the dance with me? And they're like, what's your name? And you're like, oh, like they didn't even say no. I could see that happening.
It's kind
you're
of like
oh, never again.
Have you ever watched AP Bio?
My heart.
On NBC?
No, you've talked about it before, though.
Hilarious. It's like, people who love AP Bio, and so imagine it's kind of like that situation. Like I was probably going to be in AP Bio class.
It's like the 9th grade smart, the AP smart class in 9th grade biology.
Right, yeah, for sure.
Ethan, summon the guest.
Summon the guest.
Viva La Posh, man. Let's go. Here we go. Man, I've been gone too long. The baby taco pinata is now full grown. Whenever you spend when you spend time with it every day, you don't even realize that it's growing. And
it had a kid.
Before you know it, you can have a seat here. Before you know it, it's full grown.
Good.
Hi, my name's Gardy. You can have a seat here and streaming live on Facebook. I'm sure Ethan filled you in on everything.
Yes.
And how are you doing today?
Good.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
We're excited that you're here. And here's what we're more excited about. The possibility of microblading Curt's brows. I mean, they're growing back kind of strong.
Let me see. When are we doing this?
They look okay.
I mean, do you want to look okay or do you want to look like pristine? Do you want to look posh?
I want to be Viva La Posh.
He has that potential, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're good. They're good, right?
I haven't done a men eyebrows, so this will be good.
What
does
is
he count?
microblading? Like, that's what I'm concerned. Wait, wow. Did you hear that?
I'm sorry.
Wow. Okay, what is microblading?
Microblading is a hair enhancement. Like if you have light eyebrows or brows that are thinning, microblading, I can go in and I can draw natural hair strokes that looks like hair.
Okay.
And it's to enhance what you have.
Okay.
So like if you already have hair and it's light and you want it to look darker, fuller, shaped eyebrows, microblading is a good.
It'd be a good option. So that would make a good candidate if you have some hair there, then just to kind of help enhance it.
Yes.
What if you don't really have much hair there at all? Is microblading still an option?
It is still an option. I just did a client that is she is a chemo survivor,
A patient?
or cancer survivor. I just enhanced her eyebrows, and it looks really, really good. It looks like hair.
So you can still make it look natural, like even if you're missing your eyebrows for whatever reason.
I've done several, clean plate, like a bald area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Curt,
You ready, Curt?
I think you would be a good candidate. You can make his arch a little bit better.
There are people who are saying that my eyebrows look good.
Well, I mean, good.
We just need to enhance it.
Enhance it.
Do you want to look good or do you want to look great? I mean, you can always do something to enhance your appearance. Prepare a little bit better.
I guess we are in HD. Hey, Michelle, one of the things that we talked about earlier today was that sometimes it hurts to be beautiful.
Right.
Like sometimes you gotta do the thing that hurts the most.
Right.
Microblading, how bad does it hurt?
I had a client that is 72 years old, and she came in and took it
like a champ, huh?
Like a champ. 72, and her skin is thin.
Well, Curt's 30, and
I might as well be 72.
He has the body of a 72-year-old,
right?
But he has like the pain tolerance of a 2-year-old. At times. Is that fair? Is that fair, Curt?
That's a fair statement.
I don't numb the first pass.
Oh, just so you can see what it feels like?
No, so the ink takes better whenever your skin is not, whenever I do the incision.
Yeah.
Anytime when the skin is numb, the ink just doesn't grab.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long does it take?
It takes about an hour and a half.
Wow.
Yeah.
An hour and a half? That's a lot longer than I thought, but I guess it makes sense because you're doing one at a time.
Well, no, it takes me about 2 minutes per brow to draw.
Oh, okay.
but to let the color enhance and let the color absorb into your skin is what takes the longest.
I got you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we have 45 seconds, and we're going to go on the FM as well, so we can talk a little bit more about the salon. What is your background, and how did you? Because this is a brand new location, right?
Right.
Okay, so what is your background? Have you always been in business or in beauty?
So I've been in the beauty industry for 24 years. This is my third salon.
Mm-hmm.
My first salon was in Dallas. That was when I was 25 years old, was when I owned my first salon.
Okay.
My second salon was here in Houston at Davy Nails inside Super Walmart. And this is my third location. So 10 years ago I sold my last salon.
Awesome. Okay, so we're going to go on the FM right now as well. Here we go.
5 FM, KHEA, Lamarck.
Good morning. You're listening to KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. This is Kickstart. I'm Gardy.
And I'm Curt.
Right now it is 9:18. We're going to be talking about Viva La Poche Salon, learning about everything they have to offer, including microblading.
Yeah, well, that's probably the topic of the day today. It's going to be the topic of the day, microblading. But really fast, before we get into all of that on the FM, can you tell us who you are, where you're from, where's your location, and how people can get in contact with you?
My name is Michelle Dong. I own Viva La Poche. We are located in Webster, Texas, across from Burlington Co-Factory, if you guys know where that's at, on 528 and 45.
Mm-hmm.
We're a full-service salon. Pretty much we focus on more of nails and pedicures.
Okay.
I also do microblading, and I've been doing that for over 2 years now, and ever since I started microblading, it just hit the roof.
Wow.
Like, I've been booked.
You know, it seems like it's become more popular lately,
Right.
you know, as a option, as a trend. I'm going to say even 2 years ago, probably when you started, I had never heard of microblading. But tattooing is something that I had seen before. And I remember going to high school with a girl who had her eyebrows tattooed on, but they were more just like, almost just like shaded in or like lines. But as time has gone on, I guess people have seen other techniques, because is microblading and tattooing the same thing? Like, what are they?
Right, it is the same. It's just done different. It's a different technique. Microblading is used with a blade. A tattoo is used with a gun, where it goes zzz. When I like the blade, I just go in and I use the blade to draw the strokes.
Okay. How about the permanent? Because tattoos, they'll potentially last forever, maybe fade over time. But microblading, let's say, hey, right now the trend is more fuller brows. I don't know, I could be wrong,
Right,
but
it is.
I remember in the 90s it was just like
The one line. Mm-hmm.
So let's say 10, 20 years from now, the trend changes and it's like, man, no, I have these tattooed eyebrows on and they're full. I'm popping back in 2019. But what do I need to do now? Is it permanent?
Yes, it's semi-permanent. Microblading is semi-permanent. Tattoo is pretty much permanent. So, like mine, I have tattoo right now.
Okay.
And mine was done about 12 years ago. But the color back then is not as good as now.
Yeah.
Like the pigments. So mine had turned into like a grayish color where I have to pencil mine in daily. Now microblading, the color now, the pigments are a lot better. They have improved a lot in the ink to where they look more natural. It doesn't turn color. It depends. Also, like I invest a lot in my product, and I do a ton of research, and I try to find the best out there, what's good for the skin. And so I have this thing called the magic sealer, which I seal in all the color pigments and the microblading strokes that I did to enhance the color better.
Okay. So with it being semi-permanent, how long is it going to last?
It could last up to 4 years. It depends on how you take care of it as well. A lot of people go and they get microblading done and they jump in the pool.
Yeah.
Just stuff like that you
Curt,
can't.
is that something you
cannot
do? You jumping in the pool, going like, I can see him going to the tanning bed.
How long do I not get to go to the pool? How long?
14 days. You can't be out in the sun.
You haven't been to the pool so far this year, but I could see you like just getting the itch because somebody tells you you're not supposed to do that. You're like, I need to go to the pool. I need to go to the pool. What am I doing?
This is my excuse for not doing it right now. The sun's down. I feel like microblading then is like a winter kind of thing.
Could be.
I recommend microblading during the fall and the winter.
Why is
Just
that?
because a lot of people are going on vacations in the summer. So whenever they go on vacations, their eyebrows is exposed in the sun a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a ton of water activities.
Yeah, whenever you get a tattoo, it's the same thing. Hey, stay out of the
Right.
chlorine. You know, maybe put this ointment on it, let it heal. Don't put scented things on it.
Right.
Stay out of the sun,
Right.
and you'll be okay. You know, let it
Yeah.
heal, and it'll take care of itself.
The sun would definitely change the color.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
One of the things that I've seen people say about microblading is that it makes the morning routine easier.
Right.
Because sometimes you get your routine. I got to do this. I got to do that. It's one less thing that you have to put work into or as much time into, and it's good to go.
Yes.
You know, is that something that's true?
Right. So I've seen clients that come in with eyebrows drawn very asymmetrical. Like it's not even at all. And some of them are short, some of them are long. They're very. Let me see, Curt.
Curt just changed his Facebook profile to him with the fish. But if you go back a couple more, he had the best Facebook profile where I had to help him out because he shaved his eyebrows. And
What?
I
you
think
shave your eyebrows?
I think I have a future
Oh my gosh.
as somebody who could potentially be a microblading artist because, well, actually, I did one and
show
someone else
Michelle.
did the other. So we
Oh my gosh.
drew eyebrows on tape and taped them back on so he would look normal. And I think we did a good job.
Yes.
I love
you
that
guys
profile
did.
picture.
That is hilarious.
You look so happy. maybe the happiest you've ever been in your entire life with those drawn on eyebrows.
Hey, can we take a break from my eyebrows really fast? And I just want to say, Elizabeth just had the best comment. So we're giving away some tickets to the Bon Temps Roller Cajun Throwdown. All you have to do is like, share, comment on this video, and that comment needs to be a crawfish. She said crawfish, and then she said, dang, no emoji. That's funny. I love it.
You know, are you a big fan of crawfish?
Yes, I am.
It's the season right now, isn't it?
Right.
There's a restaurant right next door to you guys, isn't there? At Viva La Poche, or is there one close?
Not close. Not
No.
for crawfish. Not that I know of.
Okay, I know that Joe Perez did another feature. Is it Okie Pokey?
Okie Pokey.
And are you affiliated with them at all?
Yes. So my husband owns Okie Pokey. He's partnered with one of his buddy.
Okay, what kind of stuff can you get there?
It's pretty much, it's like a sushi roll, but instead of a roll, it's in a bowl.
Okay,
And you can build however you want.
like you can
however
add stuff
you
in. I'm thinking of
Yes.
like salada. I haven't been to Okie Pokey.
It's like
yet.
a salada.
Okay, so you
Yes.
walk in, you say, hey, I want this, I want
Yes.
that. You can build a masterpiece.
Right.
The only issue I have with somewhere like Salada is that sometimes I get too, it's the word ambitious. I get too like creative. You know, I'm thinking like, oh yeah, that sounds good. That
Yes,
sounds
yes.
good. I love all these things individually, and then I add them together, and I'm like, I should have left that one thing out. You know, you know what I'm talking about?
Well, isn't Salada? I've been there once, and I
Mhm.
believe they weigh you, and they go by how heavy your salad is, right?
I think so. I don't remember.
Well, we're different. This is built your own, unlimited toppings.
Ah.
You can go in there, pick your protein. So there's a regular and there's a large.
Okay.
Regular is 2 scoops of protein. So you get to pick your cooked shrimp, tuna, salmon, spicy tuna, spicy salmon, yellowtail. You can pick those proteins. So it's 2 or 3 scoops. And then it's unlimited mix-ins, vegetables, whatever you want.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And it's a healthier option, right?
Yes, it's very healthy. So the only thing that I say could be unhealthy is probably the sauce. Because
Okay.
it's just sodium. I mean, anything with sodium is not,
But you could go through and not get the
Yeah.
sauce.
Or get as much. I think that's people's issue sometimes, like even like salad dressing.
The sauce, even though it's soy sauce, it's a soy sauce base, but it's still soybean,
Yeah,
So it's not like it's straight from salt.
gotcha.
So,
All right.
It's healthy.
Right now it's 927. This is KHEARadio.com, 99.5 FM.
We're talking to Michelle from Viva La Poche, but really fast, where is Okie Pokey located?
Okie Pokey is next to us.
Yeah.
So we're right next to each other. Same in Webster, Texas.
Do you ever get because that means your husband is right next to you too.
Right.
Like, do you like not today? Like, don't come in.
No, actually, we don't see each other at all.
Really?
I don't want to see you. Don't come in. Like, why?
It's just like awesome that it's closed.
It is.
We don't see each other. Sometimes he comes over. He bring me a poke bowl because he knows I'm always busy.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll bring over a bowl and have it ready for me in the office. And he'll send me a text, food's ready in the office, and that's it.
Ooh, I would like those texts.
Yeah.
I need my wife to open a restaurant.
Somebody did have a question for you, Michelle. She said, are you eventually going to be taking in new clients yourself for nails?
Are you stacked like that? Like,
yeah.
we're-
It's hard. It's
Wow.
hard for me to take in new clients right now. My staff is very well trained by me, though.
yes.
Yeah.
How many people are on the team there?
We have a total of 4 right now,
Okay.
and I'm hiring. We're crazy busy.
Okay.
What are you looking for? Techs? Nail techs?
No techs. I need pedicurists.
Okay.
Yeah, we even though I have 8 pedicures, we are so busy with pedicures.
Kurt could be considered like a pedicure. I think he enjoys getting them.
I love getting pedicures.
Yes, you guys should come.
Pedicures are the
Yes.
best. Gardy's never
you
had
guys
a pedicure.
should get a Pamper Me pedicure. That is like
What is that?
A Pamper Me pedicure. It's a lot of massages. So they massage your whole entire hand along. They go up to your
Kurt's
shoulder,
face.
your
He's
neck,
like,
to your neck.
he's breathing
Yeah.
heavy.
I mean, we have clients that just come in and they just relax with a Pamper Me pedicure.
Is
That's
that like
awesome.
the top one?
Yeah,
The Pamper
that's
Me's like
the
top of the line?
Mhm.
Boom.
Well, it's not the top of it's not the top. Our top one is the black pearl detox.
Wow. So what does that entail? What's the difference between that one and the Pamper Me?
Pamper Me just has a lot of massages,
Okay.
like a lot of massages.
Kurt, you're a big fan of massages, right?
I love massages. I'm still breathing heavy over here thinking about
massage.
the pampered pedicure. You know, I could probably be a pedicure person myself. Like, I could probably give really good pedicures.
Really?
Yes.
You should come.
I did it on the girlfriend the other day.
Okay.
On my girlfriend, and did her nails, and it was fantastic.
Oh.
I did great.
Ethan's
Instead-
laughing at you over there, and I don't blame
Ethan,
him.
get your toes out. Let me show, demonstrate.
Oh.
Yeah, you'll have a lot more foot to work with Ethan than your girlfriend.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, gross. I don't want to think about that.
So, what are some other things that y'all offer? We've talked about some of the microblading. Obviously, you offer some nail stuff. Is it just kind of go from there, like different levels of nail services y'all offer?
So we just have our base, like acrylic, dip nails, shellac, manicures, pedicures. We also have eyelash extensions.
Mm-hmm.
That is very popular as well. And I have been a eyelash tech for 12 years now.
Oh, cool. Where did you get the drive to be an entrepreneur, to start a business?
My clients, they motivate me a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And it's something that I want to bring to the community, being different as well. I like to be different. My salon, when you come in, it's nothing but English speaking. I don't like, for my staff to speak in Vietnamese. I think that's really disrespectful for the clients that doesn't understand. So that's different. And I also have
So they'll get to know the person working on them, or there'll be no communication barrier at times, or
yes.
Okay.
So my staff is they are trained very well. I have worked with them. I've seen their work. I correct whatever that needs to be corrected.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so whenever you started out as a nail tech, was it your first job as a nail tech? Was it your own business, or were you working somewhere else?
I was working for a family.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, working there, you're like, hey, I want to start my own. I can do this. And then you started the one in Dallas?
Yes, I started the one in Dallas, and when I came here, I helped out a lot with my family, and an opportunity came to me, another Dovey Nails. This is when Dovey Nails nail salon inside Walmart was new. It
Okay.
was like, wow, a nail salon inside Walmart. How cool is that?
Yeah.
So I jumped on it and got one myself.
Yeah. The thing about it, Walmart is a very high traffic area.
Right.
And I think a lot of the times whenever it comes to a business, it's all about location. You have to have something, whether it's like, hey, it's the location where you're at or your destination. I think with yours, what you offer is the elegance. Like you walk in and it's like almost breathtaking, because I haven't been to the salon, but I did see Joe Perez's feature on you,
Right.
With Texas Chronicles. And you walk in, well, you watch the video and Joe's walking in there. It's like, oh my gosh, it's like breathtaking. I'm like in a Coliseum, or you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, we have people, they just stop in they just want to look. And the comments that I hear, it makes me feel good when clients walk in and they feel like they're at a glamorous place, a luxurious place, but at an affordable price.
Okay.
So it's not like they're walking into something that they're going to leave paying so much or hundreds for their service,
Yeah.
So I kept everything at a competitive price so that it makes everyone feels comfortable.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you think people enjoy getting their nails, pedicures, manicures so much? Because my wife loves it. And I did have a manicure one time, and my nails were super shiny, and I thought that was cool for like 2 weeks because they buffed them.
Yeah.
But what do you think it is about getting your nails pedicured, manicured that people just love so much?
Well, pedicure is very relaxing, and it takes off all that dead skin that's built up, and that makes when you walk it hurts.
Yes.
And some people have ingrown toenails that when you wear tight, closed-toe shoes, tennis shoes or whatever, or even athletes that they run, their ingrown it bothers them. So to have to come in and have us work on it and to trim the cuticles, it takes off a lot of that weight that's on your feet.
So if somebody's having pain, this is an option.
Yes, this is an option.
I feel like this would be the first option to try. Like, hey, my feet are hurting, and then you just take care of them. I've seen a lot of people talk about self-care lately, even Dr. Chapa talking about self-care, taking care of yourself, and that's like an investment.
Gardy won't let me have self-care. Try to have an afternoon to myself, and he's blowing up my phone. Curt, why aren't you working? It's Easter. You should be working.
It's Easter. Curt is full of it, y'all, and I'll let you decide what he's full of. But
hey, I have to
that's
ask.
not true.
Speaking of pampering yourself and self-care, one of the things I was just showing Ethan the Texas Chronicles History, Mystery, and Adventures video that they did at Viva La Posh, and Joe Perez and Texas Chronicles is a partner of KHEA Radio.
And keeping my drink cold today.
And keeping the drink cold. One of the things that I saw was the gold neck rest. Or what is that?
That is our neck warmer.
Okay.
So it's relaxing while you're getting your service done. It's like it keeps your neck area warm, and it's soothing. It's like it helps you relax.
And those chairs look pretty cool. Is there any kind of like massaging features or anything like that?
So before I opened this salon, I did a lot of research on. I think I sat on like probably over 20 chairs to really decide on which one I really, really want.
Yeah.
So I'm really picky at everything I choose for my clients. And building this salon, the only thing I could think of was my clients. What can I do to give them? What can I do to make them feel comfortable? What can I do to make them feel so relaxed? So that's how much I care for my clients.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Is that the secret to being, in business for you? Like, it's all about the clients.
Right. My clients is my number one supporter. They have helped me where I'm at.
Okay.
Today.
Very cool. So, are you originally from this area? Where are you from?
No, I'm from Dallas.
Okay.
I'm from actually Arlington, Texas.
Okay, and that's whenever you started your business. How did
Yes.
you end up down here? Just working for family?
My husband works for AT&T, so they transfer him here to Houston. He's from Houston. I'm from Dallas.
Okay.
So we met, and he moved to Dallas for about 7 years, and his job transferred him back to Houston.
If you don't mind me asking, what did he do for AT&T? Like, what kind of work did he do?
He is a tech support.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Gardy worked for AT&T as well.
I did.
That's how it went from AT&T to KHEA. It was great.
Just different letters.
Well, he's no longer with AT&T. He just left AT&T
To start the business, Okie Pokey?
Yeah.
How long has Okie Pokey been there? Not very long, right?
Not long. He opened 2 weeks after Posh did.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like the two businesses launching brand new.
Right.
How did y'all find the time? Like I can't even fathom.
We don't have the time. I wanted to relax this weekend for Easter since we were closed for Easter and we close on Mondays.
I'm sorry the church had to be open on Easter, Curt. If you keep complaining about it, it's always going to be open forever. Easter's like the Super Bowl of church days.
Right.
You have to be open, Curt. I apologize.
Mondays off? We could have Mondays off?
No, we don't get Monday off. Tell him. He just, have you ever heard the story? You give a mouse a cookie. He asked for a glass of milk. He's like, he always wants more. And I'm like, no, Curt, we have to come to work on Monday.
My staff is the same way.
What do you do? Is there anything? Do you just fire them? Because I'm thinking about it.
Wow.
Maybe we can
Hey,
trade.
he can come work for me and do pedicures.
You can have him. Ethan, you just got the upgrade. You got the upgrade. Ethan would be like, I'm leaving to Kentucky tomorrow still. I got to go. I'm sorry. Oh, man, right now it's 9:39. This is KHEA Radio.com, 99.5 FM. We're going to take a quick break on the FM. Keep it going on Facebook. Let us know what you got going on. Are you looking forward to potentially winning tickets to that Cajun Throwdown this weekend?
Called you out on the FM.
Ethan's shaking his head. Ethan, you almost had the upgrade.
He's like, no. Wow. That's funny. Hey, good job on that. Did you see that?
No, what?
KHEA stands for Curt, Hardy, Ethan, and Amber. Ethan, what are you doing today? You doing good?
I guess.
Ethan's 17.
He's homeschooled.
He's homeschooled, so we get to steal him away for the day.
But he's recently put in like his
2 weeks notice.
Yeah, it's just breaking our heart. I feel like we poured so much into him, and now he's just like, well, I don't know. It just hurts. Do you ever have anybody like that? You put all this time in, you train them, you mold them exactly how they should be, and then they get to that point where they're about to make that huge jump, to be like a superstar, and then they want to go work in construction. Have you ever had that happen? Well, let me tell you, it is heartbreaking.
It's heartbreaking. It's so sad.
Do you have any words, Ethan? He's speechless. He's speechless, and so am I.
He's embarrassed. Look at him.
He is red.
Do you have anything to fix red? Aw.
Why did I guess you focus on beauty.
Right.
Why did you choose to end up in the beauty business?
I didn't.
The beauty business chose you.
I was actually going for a dental hygienist.
Okay.
And, my mother-in-law, she needed help one day, and she asked if I can just paint nails, and I just did it, and she convinced me to get a nail license, and I did that, and when I went into the nail business, I just hit the roof. I was in high demand. Mm-hmm. So I was in high demand to where I couldn't continue my school, my college.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so you had to make the choice, pursue business. And I think about that too. Like, what's the whole point? The whole point of going to school, it depends on why. I mean, there's different reasons. Hey, I want to learn, or I need to learn. Like, if you're going to school, I went to school for business, so I can learn to run a business, or be in the business industry. And like, what I did learn some, but there's a lot of things it doesn't teach you that you can only learn by being in the business world, And so it's like, just go for it sometimes.
Yeah. Well, I've grown up, I've always loved art. Like, art has always been my number one favorite thing. I love to color. I love to draw ever since I was little. So when I love art so much that when I got into the nail business, it's pretty much art.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed it. So I was in high demand.
So that's what made you in such high demand, is you could do different things artistically that other people maybe hadn't seen before.
Right.
What kind of things do you do? I'm gonna go look at your. Do you have an Instagram?
I do, but I'm not. I don't go on Instagram that much.
Okay.
It's Michelle_Posh. I just love beauty. Like when I got into microblading, I didn't even know anything about microblading. I was invited by one of my friends that backed out on me, and I was invited by her. She asked if I wanted to go take the course with her.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what is microblading? I do not know what microblading is. But I signed up for it, and a week before class starts, she told me that she never did sign up for it, and I went by myself.
She left you.
Yeah, she was the one that
man.
invited me, and then she left me. So I went, and I think the first model I did, my instructor came over, and she looked at my work, and she was just wowed by it.
So that's an art too. You know, you
Right.
having that, you know, the background of being an artist, enjoying art,
Right.
doing the nails, and then I guess the eyebrows
the
can
eyebrows
be an art
just
too.
seemed so easy. It was like drawing. So that was like perfect for me, and I love that.
Does anybody in your family have like an artistic side? Where did you?
My dad.
Okay, so
Yes.
he was an artist too. That's where you
Right.
got that. That's cool.
I was always intrigued of his handwriting. Like I love his handwriting, and I always like, you know, he would make his signature into like a bird, you know, or
yeah.
it was like really neat. So
That's cool.
I always look at that, and I try to do it myself, and art has always been like my favorite thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's really cool. I don't think I've ever seen that. At least, you know, but that's a cool concept.
Yeah.
So I don't know, cool. I was looking on your Instagram, and I was trying to find some nails.
I don't post much of nails just because once I post a picture, I get,
Requests,
yeah.
and you're booked.
And I'm booked. I try not to.
Yeah.
See, microblading, I can post that just because it's not a, you know, every 2-3 weeks kind of thing. It's every 2 to 3 years. So it's, you know.
So when you said it may last 4 years if you take care of it. If you don't take care of it, is it completely fading away?
My shape will still be there. I recommend coming back for a color boost.
Okay.
So the color boost is for me to go in with 1 or 2 passes to kind of boost up that color again.
Yeah.
But it will fade. It's just it'll go away.
I'm actually showing you, if you're watching on Facebook right now, some of the models and some of the people who have gotten some of the work done. As I am scrolling up and down the Instagram feed, if you want to go follow Michelle, it's
Dang, you can see a big difference on that.
Michelle_Posh. Curt, I'm telling you, dude, you
Let's
can
do
step your
it.
game up, man.
You be the first male.
Hey, here's another question.
So
I had.
I got permission from my girlfriend, Naola. She said, "Yeah, sure. If it's possible to do a little bit of microblading, nothing drastic that changes your shape."
Dude. So she's
So
not going to
that's
love you if
possible.
your shape changes? She just loves you for your body, and like if anything changes,
She
she's
loves-
like, no, I'm done.
She loves the shape
Naola.
of my eyebrows.
She loves the shape of you. Isn't that
We'll
a song?
keep the shape.
I wish we had
Ed
an Ethan
Sheeran.
Cam.
We'll keep the shape. I'm just going to enhance.
Okay.
I
So
mean,
right now, it's kind of blonde. Your eyebrows is kind of blonde. It blends in with.
if we're
with
being
your-
honest, the shape could use a little bit of work. That we could, I mean, just on the end, a little bit. I just wear glasses that kind of cover mine, so that way I don't have to worry about it. People are like, "Do you even have eyebrows?" Oh, they're under here. What about Ethan? Ethan has some super blonde ginger brows,
Yes.
but I think it matches with him, and they're pretty strong.
I was going to ask, one of the trends that I'm seeing nowadays is people who do
Glitter beard.
different color. Well, glitter beards, okay, too. But they do a different color on their eyebrows than their hair color is. And I think that's interesting.
Well, they make it darker, I think, right?
Yeah, so dark eyebrows is in now. Dark eyebrows.
See, Curt, you
So-
could be in, dude.
I
Quit
saw
playing.
Oh, man. Okay, I'm going to get myself in trouble. These were actually lighter. The eyebrows were lighter and had, like, highlights. Like, it was, like, brown and blonde.
that's-
And they had brown hair, and I was like, what is going on?
Like an ombre, like it went like it started out one and like fade into the other.
No, it was just, like, peppered in. I was like, how is that even possible?
What were you looking at?
The hair, the
I know, but no.
eyebrows.
Where did you see this picture at? Because I've never seen that. Not yet.
It was in public. I can't.
A person?
A person.
Yeah.
You're gonna get in trouble. Let's see.
There's eyebrow tinting.
Where was Curt looking that he would get in trouble at someone's
I don't want that person to
eyebrows?
be listening on accident and
Let me turn the mics off. Okay. Well, I think that person, it was an accident. It was an accident. They didn't do that on
Okay,
purpose.
good.
Okay, that's probably what it was.
All right.
And that's some
I
featured
changed
content.
cameras too, so that
You can't read your mouth.
Read them out.
Well, there you go.
Are we going on after this song?
Yeah, we can do that. We got 2.5 minutes.
Sweet.
It's 9:48.
The other thing that we're before we get back to,
Is this
to
about?
the other,
I want to talk about beards.
I know. Give me 1 second. We also have to announce the winner today of the Escape KHEA giveaway. So we are doing that still at some point today.
Okay.
We give a lot away, by the way, Michelle.
Yeah, I see.
I had a thought, and my beard's not that strong, but knowing that it's like permanent, I was like, man, maybe they could like semi-permanently like fill my beard in, but I wouldn't only want it to last like the summer or like the winter and then like fade away because that'd be like, man, that'd be cool. They could do like strokes on there because I don't grow hair up here, only ingrown hairs up
You're
here.
talking about microblading right there?
Yeah, just to fill it in. Like I've never had a strong beard, but
Oh my
I wouldn't
God.
want it to last like 4 years because I take really good care as much as I can of stuff, or especially that
Yeah.
you spend money and invest on. So yeah, it wouldn't be an
No.
option for me. So I'm gonna wait.
I don't recommend
I'll
it.
wait till like semi microblading comes out, like semi-permanent.
Yeah.
Oh well.
You guys should come get a pedicure at Viva La Plage.
Yeah, I'd be down. I've never had
Joe
one.
has been wanting to come too. Why don't you get with him and have like
I'll text him now and see what's up.
a guy's day at the spa?
Boys' night out. We're going to get our everything done, getting a pedi cure. Here we go. I'm gonna text Joe.
Joe, right now.
Joe. Here. Can you talk for a bit whenever I send this text?
Yeah. So, when you're doing the pedicure, you're talking about doing the nails. Has anyone come in and done something to their nails that you're just like, why are you doing that? Like just to be like, that is not what you're supposed to do.
Like my technicians?
No, like a
no.
client.
Like a client comes in and I want to do this to my nails, and you're like,
Oh.
why? Like the drastic.
Black with blood and green. Something that's just like
yes.
kind of like, okay,
Yes.
that's interesting.
We get that. We get that a lot.
We all do it anyways, or is there like a point where like, I can't do that?
Most of the time, a lot of my clients, they sit down and they don't really have a choice. They trust me. They just sit down.
Let the artist work.
Let me do
Yeah.
my thing. And I haven't had one that has ever been disappointed when they.
Cool. Okay. So we got 25 seconds now, and we're gonna go back on here. Actually, let's go on in a minute. I'll wait till after this spot's done as
Okay.
well. Hey, check it out, Chris.
Your water filtration needs. Sit back, relax, and let
Santa Fe Water Services. Shout out to Santa Fe Water Services, which I see Chris messaging those emojis, the shrimp and crawfish. So they're one of our partners here at KHEA Radio. Check them out. They'll hook up your house, hook up all your needs, and get you drinking some clean water.
I'm currently picking the winner for the Escape KHEA.
Woohoo! Who's gonna go? Can you escape? What if they get trapped and like are never able to get out? That's a possibility.
Definitely a possibility.
But you know what? That's a risk I'm willing to take. We went into an escape room. We escaped barely with like a minute left. So that was a comfort to get out. Here we go.
334-5950.
Good morning. You're listening to KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. This is Kickstart. I'm Gardy.
And I'm Curt.
And we are excited to be talking about Viva La Poche Salon. We have Michelle in studio. Michelle, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. We've been talking about everything that's going on at the salon. It's brand new. How long have you all been open now?
We're going on 3 months.
3 months.
It's only been 3 months?
Yeah.
That's nuts to think about, and you're booked.
Yeah.
You're packed.
But, yes, we are packed. We're always at an hour to 2 hour wait all the time.
Oh, my goodness. But is that something that a client can do, like call ahead and book an appointment?
Yeah, so they have learned real quick to
Yeah.
call and make an appointment. That's best.
Okay.
Yeah, because our waiting is a,
So you can still do walk-ins, but there's going to be a wait. But if you
Right.
book like, hey, I'm going to be there next Monday, then
Yes.
you'll be able to have your time slot come in and go.
It's best to book an appointment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. And you have how many people working there? And are they still there? Some people who need some clients, like regulars as well?
Yes, they. I have a total of 5 technicians.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. So yeah, I'm waiting to see if Joe says anything. Maybe we can go get that pedicure.
I have 2 other questions before we got about 7 more minutes or so. 2 of those big questions are why Viva La Posh?
Like the name?
The name.
Mm-hmm.
And then why that location? Why is that important?
That location is because I have clients that comes all over. I have clients that are from Galveston Island, Crystal Beach. I have clients from Lake Jackson to, far up north Cypress area that comes down. Sometimes even Beaumont, San Antonio, out of town clients. So right there, right off 45, it's kind of in the middle for everyone to come see me.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a good location. It's not that far off of I-45. It's literally right there.
Yes, the minute you exit NASA, we are right there.
Yeah.
So there's a restaurant that KHEA Radio partners with called Burger Nation NASA. It's right there on NASA as well, down the road just a little bit.
On the other side.
Yes. Have you ever been there?
I think so. Is it in like a White House or something like that? Burger?
Not that
No,
one.
no.
It's in a strip.
It's in a strip mall, but it's right across from the McDonald's with the astronaut.
Oh, that's on the other side of NASA.
Yeah, it's on the other side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It's- This side is where 45 is at.
I know. I've seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it.
It's James Coney Island hot dogs are over
Yes.
there.
on that side,
Yes.
yes.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. Now I see it in my head. I'm sorry.
There you
I know
go.
places by restaurants.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever been to Burlington Coat Factory? Because it's right behind James Coney Island.
I've been in one time, but I don't go to Burlington Coat Factory because I'm scared because of The Office when he was like, I went to Burlington Coat Factory and I got this big fur coat, and then he's like, apparently if you do that and they throw blood on you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't usually go. 'cause
PETA?
I'm scared. I'm scared that I'm going to get blood thrown on me if I go to Burlington Coat Factory.
Just don't buy a big fur coat. Buy a nice light jacket. You'd be good to go. It's 9:55. We have a couple minutes left. Good morning. What's up, Mark? Good morning, everybody tuning in on Facebook. Feel free to share this video out. Hey, give us a react of a crawfish, whatever you think the crawfish emoji is. Let us know why you should be going this weekend.
Did you see that somebody put an octopus earlier?
I did.
I was like, I don't think that counts. You
They
gotta
said
do
just kidding, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we have a couple minutes left. Can you remind everybody one more time, maybe the services y'all offer, and then let them know, hey, why should they come check you out?
So the service we offer is nails, pedicures, microblading, all types of waxing except for bikini waxing.
Sorry, Kurt.
And eyelash extensions. And why come check us out? Because I focus on giving the best customer service. I'm here to make sure that everyone is well taken care of.
That's awesome. Hey, Michelle, so Joe said, I'm ready now with 3 exclamation points. And then on the stream, he said, hi. So
Hi, Joe.
he's ready.
So,
All right,
we're going this afternoon?
we're ending the show right now.
Let's
All
go.
Bye, guys.
We have to tell the Moore Memorial Library that we can't make this interview. But yeah, let's, all right.
Bye.
Adios. What?
No,
Just kidding.
just kidding.
But we will have to. That'd be fun.
Yes, I think that should
Boys'
be.
Day Out.
Yeah, and then we'll put Kurt down and I'll do his microblading.
I can
You
hold his
said
head.
Put me down
We gotta
and strap me in.
Hold his nog. Oh, man,
That's
he'd be.
funny.
I think he'd be fighting it because you've had a tattoo before. Didn't you have to take a break? You were like,
Oh, yeah. After
look how
the first...
he has a tattoo. It's this big. And he was like, I gotta take a break.
Yeah. I mean, I have this one right here. And they did the black mountain first. And I was dying. I was like,
This
oh
is a
my
mistake.
gosh, I'm going to pass out. And so they're like, go step outside for a little bit. So I stepped outside. And I came back. I'm like, okay, I can do this. And I sat down again. I'm like, we'll we'll stop after the next mountain. And they're like, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah, we're going to have to stop. There's no way. And then they got down with the mountain. They're like, okay, you want to go take a break? I'm like, no, we're going to power through this.
Oh, my goodness.
It was great. It was so much fun.
Wow. I'm speechless. So do you think he's going to do good if he gets microblading, or is he going to need to take a break after every stroke? Over here, like...
Well, I think he'll do okay.
Man.
It's not that bad.
Okay.
It's like a scratch. Little mini scratch.
We'll see. All right. Hey, well, thank you for joining us today, and we're going to have to come check out the salon.
Yes, you should.
You know, best of luck to you and your husband and the businesses. I've heard only good things and seen the features that Texas Chronicles have done, and we need to get down there and try both.
Thank you
for
so
sure.
much.
This is KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM. This is Kickstart. Coming up next, we have Christian Stanfield, Like a Lion. Stay tuned. If you haven't shared this video and you're watching on Facebook, make sure you do that. You'll have the opportunity to win some tickets. Go see and experience the Cajun Throwdown. It's happening in Galveston this weekend. This is KHEARadio.com, 99.5 FM.
Man, some of these days, I wish that I was one of the listeners on our FM station.
To win?
Well, not to just win, but to be like, man, like a lion, you know, like playing that song
Curt.
and that ramp.
Somehow, let love explode and break.
See?
Oh, man, I love that song.
I wish I was a listener so I could hear that ramp.
Right, that was perfect.
It was really good. Like
leading into the ramp.
I should be nominated for like the KHEA Radio Rampies. You know, like the ramp of the year. That could have been it.
Oh, do you think they have?
You know? No. Well, unless we start our own, the KHEA Radio Rampies.
Okay, we're going to.
So a
that's
ramp,
it.
if you're watching
You
and
just
listening.
named it.
I know. So a ramp is, you know how on radio stations, like let's say the person talking on the radio, the DJ or whatever, will talk right up until the words start. Boom. And so there's a thing on here and it lets you know exactly how much time is left. And so that's a ramp, what we call it. So
we've been wanting to
the perfect ramp. I just did it.
Man, we were trying to do we were trying to come up with a way to do we want to do like the best of, you know, kind of like they do the Reader's Choice.
So we can get our own award finally cuz
we never get our award. We never get an award.
Hey, you know who has awards right now? The Daily News, right?
Yeah, they're called the Reader's Choice.
But there's no radio station.
None. Still. We talked to them last year about this.
We need to get like the president.
I put us in for the nonprofit award because we count as a nonprofit.
Yeah, y'all go vote us in.
But the United Way is like the featured
link.
Yeah.
Like, we can't win over the United Way. Yeah, that's true. Go vote for the United Way. But
like,
you know,
we're kind of like.
But right now,
in the hard place.
Are they going to do like this is the first round, and then they're going to release the second round with like the top 3 options?
Yes.
If we were at least an option on there,
I'd be happy.
My heart would be full.
Runner up. We're the Reader's Choice runner-ups.
Hey, nothing wrong with them. I would love to be runner-up.
But maybe we'll call them the Rampies. We'll call them the Rampies, and we'll do like the best salon, the best restaurant,
Michelle
the best radio
Lacombe
station.
Said, the Rampies?
The Rampies. It'd be awesome. Nobody else has it.
Hey, yeah, and Joe said after we get pampered, we can go get a Poke Bowl next door.
I love it.
That's correct. Let's go.
I love it.
Let's go.
Make it happen.
So, Michelle, we appreciate you, and we'll have to come in soon. So we'll message you and see when a good time would be for us to stop on in, so we don't have to wait 2 hours.
Yes, definitely. Get on. Just let us know, and I'll have you guys taken care of.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Well, let us know if there's anything else that we can ever do for you, and we'll do whatever we can. Yeah. So cool. Hey, next we're going to be talking to Paloma from the Moore Memorial Public Library. Excited for that.
Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you. Woo. Sorry about that. I bopped the mic. Paloma knows routine. Hey, give Paloma the rundown like she's never been in here before, okay?
Yeah. Don't let her in until she gets the rundown.
She has to take a shot of echinacea to get in here. We're going to be talking about everything going on in Galveston County.
Right in front of her.
Wow. Okay.
Just don't say anything.
Yes. The Rampies. The Rampant Award. It's taking over Galveston County and the world. What other category should the Rampies have?
Best Facebook page.
It would be like Joe Perez or I-45 Now. Texas Chronicles I-45
But
Now.
it would be people choice, you know, in a way.
Good morning.
Good
How are you
morning.
doing?
How are you?
Good.
What's going on at the library?
Oh, that could be what's going on at the library?
With some
Okay.
symbols.
Whenever we have one good idea, that doesn't mean we just like keep throwing them out. They're not all going to stick.
No.
But that was Sarah Pepper. Does anybody listen? She used to be on
95.7.
Oh, she's going down to the courthouse.
Yeah, What You Doing at the Courthouse, which is great. She's like, hey, what you doing at the courthouse? And they're like, well, I robbed my friend, and now they're suing me, and it's just like all these one-liners. It's pretty entertaining.
This goes back to the libel suit. We were told that we were not allowed to talk about anybody else except for KHEA.
In front of me?
Sarah Pepper's awesome. I'm a big fan.
What?
What's this right here in front of me?
There's one swig left.
Not for me.
I saw it was sitting right here. Man, we had Jennifer, the intern Jennifer, try it.
For the first time, she was not happy. Look at Kurt's face. I mean, Ethan's face. He's cracking up over there.
Did she?
She didn't like it.
Hey, can we fix the camera?
Imagine that.
Pull it back or
Pull
what?
it back, yes.
Whoop.
You like my sound effect?
Whoop, and tilt it up just a little bit.
Got you.
Perfect.
All right. Hey, so today's show, we're giving away some tickets to an event this weekend.
The Cajun Throwdown.
Cajun Throwdown. Are you a fan of crawfish?
I am, actually, just recently, because it used to be that I just couldn't get the hang of peeling them.
Yeah.
But after years of practice,
there's technique to it.
I've got it down now.
Yeah.
So I'm into them.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like the spicy or the garlic, or is there a flavor? Mild?
I like spicy and garlic. And if we could get them together, or
I
Cajun.
love how you say that. Like, I love spicy and garlic. Like, it was just like stressed a lot to know that you really enjoy it.
Yeah.
Garlic.
Thanks for
I love
listening.
garlic.
Say it slightly angry. Spicy and garlic.
I know I'm not a vampire because I like garlic too much.
Yeah, there's no way you're living forever. No way.
Wow.
Well, I'm just saying, nobody does. I don't think. Unless you're a vampire. You're not a vampire. Garlic's good, though. I'm a big fan. I just screenshot somehow from from tapping my screen.
On the table?
I was pounding on my phone.
Oh.
Yeah, so crawfish, that's the Cajun Throwdown. It's happening this weekend. You can win some tickets. Drop that crawfish emoji, whichever one that you think it is, and then let us know, hey, why should you go? Sarah, do you want to go to the Cajun Throwdown this weekend? Is Prepping Sisters going to start doing crawfish? What if we wanted to prep some crawfish? What do you think about mixing crawfish and Mexican food? Because I've seen that on top.
Like crawfish enchiladas?
Yeah, I've seen the enchiladas before.
Quesadillas.
But like tacos, I've never seen. Because it's a lot of meat that they'd have to put in.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
So they usually just drizzle the whatever sauce it is, and they have some crawfish and maybe something else.
I'm down for it. If someone's gonna do the work, I will gladly taste.
Eat, taste test and judge.
Yes.
So you're with the Moore Memorial Public Library.
Mm-hmm.
Have you been promoted again yet?
No, I'm still the
webmaster?
webmaster. Yes.
Which is a very important job.
Yeah.
What kind of duties do you have being the webmaster?
So not only am I in charge of updating the library's website and just kind of updating any and all the pages that we have, I'm also in charge of the city's website and then the Tech City Community Calendar events page for the library. So I update events on that page, and then different departments will send me updates for the city's website.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So that's like a lot of responsibility that was added on. Mm-hmm. They must have gave you a big raise. I would think so, because before, you were the local historian librarian, which is a really cool job. And
Yeah.
I'm sure you still, are a source of knowledge for that. If somebody comes in, you can help them in whatever they need. But it's like, hey, now you're also a librarian, but you're also the webmaster, not just for the library, for the city too.
Yeah, I know. That's one thing that shocked me. And then not only am I in charge of the web pages, but like any software that we buy or that has issues, like the online public access catalog.
Yeah.
Which is part of our integrated library system, where we store all of the records of all of the items that we have in the library. Any things that need to be changed or issues that happen, errors, updating due dates. I mean, just these massive reports in the database. Those are my responsibilities as well.
Hey, Kurt was mentioning something earlier at the beginning of the show about public school systems and libraries. Do you want to share and get your thoughts on this?
Yeah, so one of the things that I noticed before I left teaching was because I also go and I judge debate tournaments, and usually the library is the like home base for the judges, where everything kind of cycles through because it's just a big space.
It's where the cool people hang out, anyways.
Yeah.
Right, and every debater knows
It's the library.
how to find the library. Right, but I've noticed that they're getting rid of books. That their libraries without bookshelves, without books, and it's just a digital space.
I see anger taking over her face.
It's interesting. It's weird. It's a unique way to do it. And I remember talking to our librarian. I taught at Chavez High School, which is in like the Pasadena area, and they have a fantastic librarian at Chavez. And she was like, I'm never going to that model, even if they force me to. You know, like I'm never gonna get rid of the books. Like the books is.
I guess what is the motivation for getting rid of the books? What are they doing alternatively? Are they not? Are they providing like devices for kids to access books,
like iPads,
I'm not
computers?
Sure, but
in other ways?
Weird that the libraries are empty, like of books for me.
Well, I mean, I have a friend who is they call him a school media, school library or library media specialist, but she's a librarian at an elementary school. And she has books in her library. She actually works for Clear Creek ISD in KHEA. And she plays a really integral part in research for not only the students, but also the teachers. They come to her with questions about finding certain types of materials for the lessons that they're doing. Can you help me find these? I need books that discuss this topic, or what do you suggest I use as a resource for my lesson to get the kids into it. So she does a lot of research for her colleagues as well as planning her own lessons for the students.
So here's a comment that I want to read real quick, and it's kind of listing some of the things that you do otherwise, but well, there's a couple comments. Someone says, this is from the Moore Memorial Public Library. They said this. It's facts. So it says, for our crawfish lovers, we have a ridiculous number of Cajun cookbooks at the library, which is amazing. And then here's another one. It says, Paloma is also a great graphic designer, reference librarian, and a social media specialist. How do you juggle all these responsibilities and hats?
Well, the reference part is easy because for about 3 to 4 hours out of my day, I'm out on the floor in the library. So I kind of pick and choose what tasks I think can be done at the reference desk. And what I mean by that is, what are things that I can do that I can be interrupted, help someone, or do research, or get up and go to their computer and help them with a task, and then come back and pick up again on what I was doing before. So a lot of the times I'll take my graphic design and the social media work that I'm doing, I'll work on it at reference because it's easy to pause with the software that I'm using, or if I'm looking up articles or graphics, I can easily jump back into that work.
Cool.
But cataloging or reading book reviews for collection development and doing some subject analysis, that takes a little bit more time to get into, and it's hard to have that broken up. So I'll work on that when I'm at my desk on the back end. So it's a lot of time management and just kind of getting an idea of what will work when I'm in two different places.
We're going to go on the FM right now. /Alliance. Good morning. You're listening to KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM. This is Kickstart. I'm Gardy.
And I'm Curt.
And Ethan's over there mouthing like the exact thing I was going to say. How'd you know? I change it up every time.
I read your mind.
Ethan sits there and mouths everything. It's rude. You see him mouth that too. Ethan, I can't wait for you to go to Kentucky.
He leaves for Kentucky tomorrow, but he'll be back in a week.
Safe travels. We pray for you.
That's cool. Have fun in Kentucky.
Are you driving or flying?
Flying. That's like a 14-hour drive, dude.
I've done it. It's only 900 miles.
only 900.
Dude, you can knock it out, man. 14 hours, no big deal.
Saves money.
If you need to stop, you stop for gas only one time. If you start with a full tank, and then you can make it all the way there.
On what car?
In my Nissan or my Jeep. I used to make that drive all the time.
Yeah, I don't think my 2005 GMC Envoy can do that.
I can't get to like Houston on one tank of gas without ruining it. I drive a Jeep Compass.
I think he has a leak in the gas tank.
That sounds like a problem.
Yeah, just like gas going behind him. Where's all my gas going? Yeah. So we're talking to Paloma from the Moore Memorial Public Library. Paloma, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are y'all?
Very good. Very good. So we've been talking about some of the responsibilities that you have. If somebody is listening for the first time, can you kind of refresh what your role is at the Moore Memorial Public Library?
Sure. So my official title is Systems Admin / Webmaster and Reference Librarian. So I split my time between updating the library and the City of Texas City's website with any departmental updates throughout the city. And I also manage the library's social media on Facebook and Instagram. And I've also begun assisting other departments with graphic design. And I'm a reference librarian, which means I'm out on the floor in the library answering questions, looking up items in the collection, and helping patrons find answers.
I think you could also add library public figure, like Moore Memorial Library's public figure, because you get to come and do these interviews and just kind of, you're an ambassador for the library as well.
Absolutely.
Is that fair?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. So we had a meeting the other day, speaking of an event that's taking place in the city of Texas City. It was a meeting about the firefighter games. And so I'm guessing you know a little bit about that. If you haven't already, I'm sure that's going to be in the community calendar and go from the cities. But it came up about the library because they introduced us to some of the people, and they're like, they didn't know who we were. And they're like, well, the library, works with them. So it gave us a little bit of that street cred when it comes to the Texas City streets. So we're
You're
like,
welcome.
Yeah. So thank you, Moore Memorial Public Library, for giving us that, that cosign real quick.
No, Luke has really helped us kind of make a name for the library and just kind of get our name into different departments of the city, because he's so open to us all collaborating and working together and really wants us to be out in the community. So it's really helped to amp up our notoriety in the city, I think.
Yeah. Luke's a cool guy.
He's cool.
Yeah. One
Y'all
day we'll
met
have
him?
to get him in with you.
I agree. We've been talking about this, and I know he's watching. So, and listening.
I'm sure if he had the conversation if he knew of the conversation that we had yesterday, that he would definitely want to come in and make sure that he protects his territory. Because yesterday we had a conversation with the Lamarck Library.
Oh, we went to
director.
Benito's to the Kiwanis Club meeting that they had, and
Sue, is that it?
Well, she was the director of the Lamarck Public Library, and so we said, hey, actually, we have the Moore Memorial Public Library coming in tomorrow. Maybe y'all can come on and heckle on our Facebook stream and see like who's better, because I know y'all work together with some libraries, but I was like, I don't know if there's that pride, like, well, we're better than Lamarck. Lamarck's like, no, we're better than you guys, I don't know. But either way, they're both great. I've been to both. But it was just a fun little conversation. And they didn't even say anything, like, really just kind of like laughed for just be like, haha, you guys, who are you?
As libraries, I mean, we're part of the Galveston County library system. So we have a county meeting that Luke attends and that our children's and young adult librarians attend to kind of get ideas, get a feel for what's going on in the county, how we can help each other, talking about resources and ideas. And it's an opportunity for us to collaborate with each other. So we do know each other. Yes.
Okay.
But I've never been to the Lamarck Public Library, so.
I've been.
I know that they're not open on Mondays because we do get people that come in that tell us,
okay,
oh, Lamarck's closed, so I'm here.
Interesting. Do y'all have a day that y'all are closed? Is it like Sunday?
Only Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah, only on Sunday.
That makes sense. I like that one. Curt was like a little upset that he has to work on Easter. I'm like, dude, we're a church. Like, we are inside of a church. It's like the Super Bowl of church. Like, Easter.
That should be like a really exciting day.
I'm not really that upset. I was just making a joke earlier because, Viva La Poche was closed on Easter.
He was like,
Gardy was like texting me at like 2 o'clock, like, hey, why aren't you working?
Oh, yeah, and I had a 4-day weekend the past weekend, too.
Oh, that's cool. Good Friday?
I had Thursday. I took Thursday off, and then we closed Friday and Saturday.
So you work the system, huh?
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to do that.
Some extra time.
Yeah.
Did you know I haven't had 2 days in a row off since I started working for the church?
He's lucky he got that day off.
2 days in a row. That's nice.
You know what he did? He took a day. Like I don't even want to talk about this. I don't even want to talk about this.
I took a Tuesday off. I did it wrong.
This is going to turn into like a Curt complaining segment, which happens enough in my life as it is. So let's just throw that out the window. You can complain as soon as the show's over. Okay, it's 10:17 right now. We're talking to Paloma from the Moore Memorial Public Library. One thing that I know that's coming up is a remodel, a revamp. Y'all are going to be doing some work in construction. What's going on?
Yes. So we are doing a renovation of the library's interior. So we are going to really transform the space. Right now, we have undergone a massive weeding effort of the collection, just kind of getting, removing older books from the collection that haven't circulated in quite a time, and donating them to community organizations in the area so that we can open up the space more and use different furniture, have more comfortable seating. We get a lot of requests from patrons.
So I have a request. So we were talking to Viva La Poche, and they have these like massaging chairs.
Oh.
What are the odds that like there could be one massaging chair there? At least put it under like, a request.
We might have to put that under reserve.
Yeah.
In a study room.
Just for
because
you.
We might not have.
For librarians only.
Right by my desk. That'd be perfect.
Here's a good chair. That's cool. So what are y'all going to do like with the books? Like, is it going to be a total renovation? Where are the books going to go? Do we know what the plan is?
So that's what we're trying to figure out right now. We are in the process of just talking to different contractors in order to get a bid out for how to move the books and the shelves out of the library.
Wow.
Because at first we thought when the renovation was first being discussed that maybe we could just kind of move the shelves out of this way and then we could work on that part. But really the contractors are like, no, we need those out of the way. Okay. We got to get that out of the way. So kind of a stressful point of thinking, how do we keep the books in order? How do we get them out? And where are they going to be held? Mm-hmm. They got to be safe.
Yeah.
When you're moving, okay, so I'm thinking about like a museum, right? When they move the artwork, like it's a process. There's like gloves on and they're like spreading it out and they're slowly doing that. Mm-hmm. Are you going to do that with the books too?
I think so.
Well, for our archival collection, absolutely. Right now, our new local history librarian, Teresa Mayfield, is in the back. She's kind of measuring the materials and determining what types of containers need to be ordered. We're going to have to special order some archival containers for some of the materials that we have. And then those need to be climate controlled. They can't just be in a container with heavy humidity at 80 degrees. They will deteriorate exponentially. So those will probably come with us wherever we are, and that way we can have a dehumidifier out and just keep those dry.
Wow.
So we don't want mold on our historical materials.
Yeah, this is going to be a giant task, but it's going to be, I think, an awesome upgrade that people will be able to experience and just utilize. It'll be really cool.
Yes, and we're going to make a point of visiting the library throughout points of the renovation so that we can take pictures and just show the community what's going on and how we're transforming the space. So it'll be really eerie to see the library completely void of furniture and books.
How long is that the estimation for that process?
Right now, about 3 months, 3 to 4 months.
Curt, you got something? I thought I heard you were saying something.
Oh, I was just going to say, like, including your office, like, you're not going to have an office or space. Are you even going to show up for work?
Yeah, we'll be working.
Somewhere.
The city will have us working, of course. But, we might be off-site for some parts of the process.
Okay.
Yeah, so that part is we're still fine-tuning it. Mm-hmm. So probably next month, I'll be able to talk more about where we'll be, when exactly we'll be closed. Because we're just kind of getting all that organized right now.
Mm-hmm. If I remember correctly, one of the changes y'all made, are people allowed to bring like food or snacks into the library now or purchase them there? Is that a thing now, or is there a certain spot?
No, so that'll be once the new library is reopened.
Well, I feel like y'all should let them go wild since it's all going to be renovated anyway. So, hey, like bring, spill on the floor. It's cool, like crumbs everywhere because we're about to tear it all out and build a new one.
No, because then we still have people coming in. I mean, so like, let's say someone spills something in the back and we don't notice it for an hour or two. So then it's sticky on the table. And maybe that person with sticky hands touched books. And now the stickiness has spread. It's just, it gets messy quickly.
That makes sense. I didn't think of it that way.
Yeah, we don't want sticky books.
So how is this process going to affect the programs? Are y'all still going to be having programs leading up to the renovation?
Yes, actually, our summer programming leads right up to the week before we close. So to begin the renovation process.
Okay.
Yeah.
What kind of programs can we expect, or like what's coming up the soonest, rather?
Oh, so the soonest this Friday at 4:30 p.m. we have our first ever Dungeons and Dragons Club for teens.
Oh, cool.
So our young adult librarian, Megan Rocio, has been doing massive research, and she is ready for the challenge.
Kurt's salty.
So teens ages 12 to 18, he's just shaking his head, not making eye contact whatsoever.
I think he's
I was
upset.
excited until you said teens.
He's going to come in with the backwards hat, frosted like tips underneath it, and like Jinko's on.
How
Like,
do all the teens get all the good stuff?
fellow teenagers, what's up, guys?
I had to go home on Friday night
Retro
and
teen.
go to like an Ascension thing. I don't know. Come on. I'd rather do like Dungeons and Dragons. Let's go.
Yeah.
But that's something good that the kids can go and do, and it's a game, I guess, that's pretty popular. It's been popular for years.
Yeah, it's been popular for years. I personally don't know too much about it. Megan has been watching videos. She's been reading books. She's been just really deep in the research for this Dungeons and Dragons Club. So we'll see how it goes this Friday.
Awesome. And
It's
this will be
a
the
lot
first
of work.
First time?
First time ever.
Have you ever played Dungeons and Dragons?
No.
It's intense.
I've actually seen friends play it, and they collect like, well, and maybe that's a different one, but I don't know. There's cards and pieces, but it's just like a long game that never ends.
It's
you can
more
create characters.
storytelling. It's more of like you're going through a story.
It's world building.
Yes, you're kind of developing a story along the way, and they have like scripts and stuff that you can follow online. Are you going to be the dungeon master?
No, I believe that is Megan's
the young
task.
adult librarian.
That will be her role.
That's funny. That's awesome.
Yeah. Is that important, getting kids, young adults, kids started reading or even just like in the building like at an early age?
Definitely. I mean, during the summer, we have a Lego free build program where we invite kids ages 6 to 12 to come in and work with Legos. I'm just getting like shaking heads.
Ethan's upset about that one, I
because of these age restrictions.
When's the adult Lego competition?
Yeah. And so, I mean, that really just helps them be creative and just explore what they like. And I think that's an opportunity to break away from the computer and the iPad and just let the imagination take hold.
Yeah.
Because really you can give a kid videos to watch, but they're not doing much else with their hands,
So
you know?
they switched their driver's licenses. Kurt's going to be able to go to the teen event this Friday.
And Ethan's going to be able to go to the adult event.
Wait.
Ethan,
Hold that.
Ethan, I feel like you probably have some like
That plan
traffic
was
tickets.
not well thought out. Ethan,
I was wanting to go to the kids event. Now I'm too old.
you're too old for everything now.
Don't get pulled over with that license.
I only had one more before I go to jail.
One more fine.
Ulterior motives, Kurt.
All right, we're talking to Paloma. It's 1026. Paloma's with the Moore Memorial Public Library right there in Texas City. Somebody mentioned earlier that they really enjoy the sculptures and the statues that have just kind of made their way in Texas City and outside of the library. It's really just a nice place if you want to go walking, and it's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, that whole surrounding area, we have that walking path that goes all the way around the plaza of City Hall and the convention center, and then leads you right up to the library. And we have a water fountain out front and nice plants, and we get a lot of wildlife. Sometimes one time we had a baby owl hanging out in front of the library's entrance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was an event that took place yesterday at the Doyle Convention Center, which I think is right behind y'all, right?
Yes.
It was put on by the Lamarck, Texas City Chamber of Commerce, where they were doing like an industrial event, like showcase, where all these different places had tables. Did you know that was going on? I didn't know. I missed that event.
Know.
Nobody tells us anything
Well, I
about
saw
events.
a bunch of posts about it, and I'm begging y'all, let me know about these events because I want to go and check them out. Like, where was this posted? And I'm sure it was, but I just missed it. And so it just breaks my heart. I'm really sad, and I wish I was there. But at this point, I just have to turn the page in my Moore
gotta
Memorial
keep
Public
moving
Library book and just
forward.
go, yeah, and wait for the next one patiently. So is that an option? Y'all maybe like move to the Doyle Center? Because doesn't the city own that?
Yes. So it's just right now. I have no idea what spaces they're discussing.
You're going to be at Luke's house. So it's going to happen. Taking all the books,
in his
the books
backyard.
of Luke's. Yeah. I guess so.
No.
So besides the event for the youth and young adults that's taking place, and then the Lego event, what else do we have going on?
So the Lego events don't start until June, but that's just an example. Every Friday morning, the kids can come in ages 6 to 12 and free build starting in June. But this Saturday, we have a children's program at 2 p.m. at the library. It's Cardboard Construction Challenge for ages 6 to 12. So the theme is a magical fairy tale kingdom, and you create props from cardboard. So basically, just be creative, draw. We will also have templates and opportunities to decorate what you create. So it should be fun times.
Does each librarian come up with their own like activities, or is there like a book or something y'all go by and it's just like, hey, this is what you should do, ideas?
So we come up with our own ideas, but we use a lot of resources. Like there's a lot of mail or listservs online that you can join. You have the Texas Library Association, which has a lot of interest groups and roundtable discussions. So when you have an idea, you kind of put it out there to other people like, hey, has anyone done this before? Any tips, any resources? What went great? What went wrong? And because librarians are always trying to help each other improve. So if something doesn't go great the first time around, you have an opportunity to problem solve and make it better next time.
Yeah. And I think that's important, working together, with the local libraries and just communicating even with people who are in different parts of the state.
Yes.
Because you can learn.
And in communities that are similar to your own as well throughout the state and the country.
As a librarian, do you ever stop learning?
No.
I feel like it's just constantly.
And you want to learn too, especially in my new position. Like there's things that I want to learn, get better at now that are a little different than the work I was doing in local history. So I'm excited and I love learning. I like school. I'm a nerd.
Went to UT, right?
Yeah. Went to UT Austin.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as the local historian librarian, what kind of events were you putting together and what kind do they have planned now? Because I think the young adults, hey, that's cool, that's fun. And maybe it's fun to do the Lego events for the kids. But as a local historian, how do you create those exciting events to get people excited?
You could relive the explosion.
That's the silliest thing I've ever heard.
Maybe not.
Why would you say that?
So right now, as we're going through materials with a new librarian, she's coming up with some really great ideas for when we reopen. We found some historical materials related to the library, older versions of the library history. So we're thinking of putting those materials out on display for people to come in and kind of having a program about the library's history and just we've come from this and now we're here.
That's amazing.
I'm really excited about it and so is she. So it's just a matter of kind of pinpointing what materials we want to include and how we want to create the narrative for the program.
Okay.
See, for me, that would be fun because you could reliving different parts of the history.
Of the library's history,
right.
yes.
So when did the library start?
It started. So officially, this library that we're in started around the 60s, but the idea of a library in Texas City began in the 20s. I mean, really early on, just the idea of having resources for people to read. I mean, you think of what this area may have been like in 1910.
Yeah.
And where they're getting information from, how many people have books, how are they distributing books all the way out here, kind of isolated.
Yeah.
You don't have freeways, paved roads hardly exist. And so her name was Helen B. Moore, who the library is named after. Her and her husband wanted to create a space for people to read, people to take time, read a good book, read the newspaper, catch up, learn things.
How were people learning back then? Like, was it one room schoolhouse type thing? Like 1910? Seriously?
Yeah, so it started as a house. So like we also have a community librarian around that same time in the 40s. Her name was Zilla Strong, and she had her own lending library that she would lend books out of.
Was it her house?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Out of her house. And so I believe it's her great-grandson. His name is Larry Strong. We've actually communicated before, and we want to have him assist us with this program ideally. I don't know how far Teresa has gotten with discussing this. I mean, this is at an ideal point, but having him discuss Zilla Strong's role in creating a learning community in Texas City really early on in the city's history.
For me, as part of like the historian thing, that's the stuff that I enjoy is just going back and looking. Because have you ever, like, probably as a historian, and Gardy, I don't know if you do, but I love like looking back and being like, man, I wish I was there. I wish I was a part of that, when the library opened, or, we were talking earlier about the Easter celebration, Easter stuff, being around when Jesus was around and just witnessing kind of those things. Those are the things that are really enjoyable to kind of go back. And so you could do like pictures, and I just like to imagine myself at that spot where that time in history took place.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I got that feeling early on. The high school I went to in Houston, Milby High School, was it's a really old school. It started it opened in the 1920s. It was called Harrisburg High School, and that part of Houston was Harrisburg before it was annexed and by Houston. And we had really old yearbooks, and so you see the little schoolhouse that the high school started as, and then you see the people that were there, and it's just so strange but interesting to think that these people were here in this same area, this same hallway that I walked, this same neighborhood that I walked.
It's kind of like that
long ago.
It's kind of like that Back to the Future effect. If you could go back in time and kind of walk through and see the stuff, it just would be really cool for me.
Yeah, so that's the feeling that we kind of want to evoke for that program. So we're hoping to really dive in and plan that out during the renovation, so that way we can have a date set and really get the community to come out and see the library's history and what that history has to do with the city at large.
Right now it's 10:35. We're talking to Paloma from the Moore Memorial Public Library about all the events they have going on, the upcoming renovation, which is going to be a game changer. I think it's going to be amazing and just make the experience that more enjoyable, which it already is right now. Last time we were there, we had a good time. Man, it was packed. People were bringing the canned goods in and out, using everything you'll have to offer. Right now we're kind of focusing on some of the history of Texas City and the library in general. But this is kind of like a generic history question. Do we know whenever like one of the first libraries was created, like where did that idea come from? I'm guessing like back in ancient Rome or something like that.
Didn't Ben Franklin have that in his house?
I wonder if Luke is listening. I feel like Luke would know this answer in a snap. Yeah. But I mean, libraries existed in ancient Mesopotamia, if we want to get real
technical.
Deep into it.
They kept the scrolls there.
I mean, they had the Library of Alexandria, which is in Egypt now, I think, present day Egypt. But and that one, I mean, it's said to have had, really ancient and like some holy materials that library, I believe, underwent a massive fire at some point. But I mean, as long as there's been scholars and academics, there have been libraries.
Here's a comment. This may be Luke, but it's from
good.
the Moore Memorial Public Library. He said the first free public library supported by taxation in the world was the Petersboro, New Hampshire Town Library, which was founded at a town meeting on April 9th, 1833.
Okay.
That's really cool. So that's the first, I guess, model of what we have now.
Of the public library, yes.
60 years after the start of the United States.
And so, like, that idea is that people or citizens should have free access to information so that they can be knowledgeable and responsible citizens, making decisions and voting as well.
Yeah.
Being informed and knowledgeable.
Cool.
Yeah. Having a knowledgeable population.
Mm-hmm. So here's a comment from Michelle. She had mentioned earlier that she went to UT, graduated in 91, which is, you graduated from UT as well.
Mm-hmm.
She said her dad went to Milby either 47 or 48, and then someone else was watching, I believe it was Carol, said, hey, class of 86 at Milby.
Oh, that's my mom.
Hey, that's what's up.
My mom's listening.
So cool.
Awesome. Man, 1940 Milby grad. That's awesome.
So if you could go back and see, like, hey, what was the difference? That's part of that history.
Mm-hmm. And what's cool is that Milby High School just recently underwent a massive renovation.
Mm-hmm.
Similar to what we're going to be doing at the library. It's just kind of seeing the old building. We'll still have the outside will remain the same, but the interior will just be so different. I think, visitors are just going to be so shocked when they see what we have planned.
And then like 30 years, 40, 50 years from now, they'll be talking about the great renovation, of 2019. And people are going to be like, man, I wish I could go back before they did this renovation just to see a glimpse. They couldn't bring food in here. There was no massaging chairs. They'll be like, Luke, Paloma, the people who made it happen.
Yeah.
So, Gardy, yesterday we were tearing down, like taking stuff out of the Road to Emmaus closet. In that picture, we were there. And on Sunday, I actually said, hey, I could develop some of these pictures from our Road to Emmaus Easter weekend and like blow them up big and put them through the church. And I said, I told Pastor Catherine, I said, in 30 years, somebody's going to be grabbing these pictures and being like, why did they take pictures like this back then? Because that's what we were doing.
Yeah.
Very possible.
On Sunday, I had an opportunity to talk to his name is CT. He was 81 years old. He was sitting by himself at Kelly's, and the group that we were with were like, hey, we should bring this guy over and talk. And it was really kind of cool to sit and talk to him. He grew up in Texas City. 81 years old, had lived here his whole life, and just to kind of hear how this area has changed. He talked about Hurricane Ike. He had a business in Galveston. It was just crazy. He's like, man, I've been through a lot in 81 years, and it's kind of cool to look back and be like, this is what this town was like, And
it's also exciting to see the future, the changes that the city, Texas City, is making and, the library is making and going forward. And so, we love to reflect on the past. And you also can learn a lot from your past. Who were we talking to the other day? And someone said, oh, it was the Russell Libera, the president and CEO of Gringos, which they have a ton of restaurants all over and pretty successful. And he was saying the main thing that you do is you learn from your mistakes and go forward. He said that they had tried, there was like 3 different concepts before the first Gringos went. And one of them was actually a Mexican restaurant as well called El Toro, which is still in business today. And after that one, the 4th one, it was, hey, this works. Year 1, year 2, year 3, they open a new one.
Yeah.
So that's one of the way you reflect.
Yeah, you can't be afraid to do it wrong the first time.
Yeah.
If I guess maybe anyone rarely gets it right out of the box, right?
Yeah.
So it's always interesting to see how you grow too, because I'm sure that first instance isn't exactly the same to present day.
Definitely. So with all the programs coming up, when can we expect like the toddler and the baby programs coming?
Oh, so it's pretty awesome. I discovered this when I was getting this together for today's show. We are doing the toddlerific and preschool story times all the way through the end of the summer. So there will be, usually we pause in May, let everyone catch their breath, but we're really just going right through to August since we will be closed for a period of time. And let's see, every Tuesday at 10 a.m. we have toddlerific story time for ages 1 to 3. And then Wednesday morning for ages 3 to 5, we have preschool story time.
Okay.
Same time at 10 a.m.
Awesome. And what kind of books are they reading? At that age, is it seeing the words or the letters or the pictures? I mean, like what really helps develop those young minds?
So I really like talking to Carol, our children's librarian, because she made a point to say that I like to have music and a book that they can repeat. because it's repetition at this age that kind of helps them identify words and sounds, and when they get to the point where they start knowing the story, before she can even read it. But she chooses picture books to read, and then they do a song, so they're clapping for the younger kids, and it's really cute. And they sit in our little half circle. We've got a little rainbow rug that they sit on and play, blow bubbles. I mean, it's a lot of tactile activities so that they can use their hands to create and build, and then the repetition with the singing.
Awesome. So music helps develop as well?
Yes.
Like, you think it's memorizing the words or just the beats?
I think it's both. I think it's a combination. I know I was a tutor at one point in grad school. I worked with elementary students, and so when I was helping them with their phonics, there was a rhythm that we would read it to, and we would kind of snap our fingers to it, and it would stick with them, so that when they heard that sound, they were able to identify the letters and the consonant blends and the vowel blends, and just kind of get better at it.
Cool. What about volunteers? In the summer, I think there's going to be a lot of opportunities for free time, for kids in high school. Maybe they want to come and volunteer. Is that something that y'all ever do?
Volunteering, yes. So we will be accepting teen volunteers on an ongoing basis. I mean, you can come in tomorrow and grab an application, fill it out. If you're under the age of 16, you'll need to get your parent's signature. If you're over 16, just come in, fill out an application, and then Megan, our young adult and public services librarian, will set up a mandatory orientation with you, kind of go over what you'll be doing, and responsibilities will kind of change or vary as summer begins. Right now, we do need teen volunteers to come in and do prep for our children's summer programs. I mean, we got a lot of shapes to cut and things to put in baggies for the kids, and we really need extra hands. So we're always accepting teen volunteers.
Awesome. Awesome. Hey, we're going to take a quick break on the FM. We're going to keep it going on Facebook. If you're watching, feel free to hit the share button, hit the react. Let us know if you're excited to potentially win some tickets to that Cajun Throwdown happening this weekend. This is KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. Coming up next is LFC Creative with Worthy. This is one of my favorite groups and one of my favorite songs. They're right here in Texas, out of Brownsville. This is KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. We have Paloma in studio, and I think we're going to be announcing the winners of the Cajun Throwdown today, which is something we don't normally do. So stay tuned to KHEA Radio.
Yeah, we can announce the winners of that one.
I feel like it's best, so that people can make their plans with it being Wednesday and it's Friday, Saturday.
Yeah, I feel like we can do it later today at like 2 o'clock.
Okay.
But we will announce. I have the winner of the Escape KHEA.
Escape KHEA. Have you ever done an escape room?
Yes, actually, I have.
Did you have fun?
It was so cool. I think it was about 6 of my friends, and then we were there with 4 other people we didn't know, and locked in this room, and we're just kind of all seeing and talking to each other like, what do you see? What are you looking for?
Yeah.
What does this mean? I can't figure it out. You think it's a clue? It was really neat.
I think being a librarian gives you an edge in those things because you're used to communicating with a bunch of people. Customer service, you're good to go. You read a lot of books, so you're smart. Already have an advantage over everybody else.
It would probably be even better if I read more mysteries and thrillers.
Yeah, I'd be like, this wasn't a book. Like, what else?
Yeah.
Everybody's read that. The book that came out in 1910. Like, hello. So here was a comment. Someone says, seriously, the neatest conversationalists I've met are librarians.
Awesome.
That's pretty neat, huh?
Yeah, come in and talk to us. And you don't have to whisper, because I can't hear you. If you whisper too low, I can't hear you.
Do you enjoy that? Is there ever anybody that is too loud and you're like, shh, this is why I became a librarian, so I can shush you?
Well, that's not what I look forward to, but it does happen.
I have a question.
What do you want, Curt?
What?
Oh, I was just testing. I was just testing to see if it could work. They said More Memorial said this summer we are doing an escape room for the kiddos.
Oh, that's right. Actually, let me look at my newsletter. That's why I brought it. Let's see.
Escape the book. Escape the construction.
Is on. I know it's in June.
Ethan, I don't think you qualify as a kid. You're 17, so you're the young adult.
So June 12th
It's okay.
at 2 p.m. escape room. The theme is The Lost Mummy.
Ooh, is that
for
what,
ages 10 to 12.
based on a book, I'm guessing? Or no?
I don't know. I don't know. I'll get more information on that one for sure for next month. I know we also have some visitors coming to the library. We've got a lot in June.
Hey, Mikey's.
We're going to have Orbit at the library.
Wow, from the Astros?
Yeah.
That's amazing. The Astros
So that'll
mascot,
be
Orbit.
cool. And Hey, Mikey's will be at the library showing us the science of making ice cream.
That's neat.
I stopped in there the other day. I was in Hey Mikey's. It was good ice cream.
I need to. I go to there's a place called Campeche Coffee, etc. Right there on 6. I like going there, and then Rigo's Cafe too. And I've seen Hey Mikey's, and I need to check it out.
So I haven't told Gardy this, but when I was at Hey Mikey's on Monday, I saw a vision of something, and it'd be really cool. I don't think it will ever come to pass, but there's that place right across from Hey Mikey's. I think it was an ice house at one point or something, but it's like this cool looking thing. I saw KHEA radio like having our studio there.
Curt, do you have ESPN?
But I thought it would be a cool spot because you could have like the windows open up and you could look inside. It looked really cool. And how cool it would be to be downtown Texas City.
Yeah, and then imagine people walking by and like hearing you guys, hearing your show, hearing the radio.
We would finally have a window that looked outside and saw the weather.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of room and expansion possibilities in Lamarck. I mean, in Texas City as well, but in Lamarck as well. So I know with the, I guess it's revitalization, the renovation, and just like bringing in those new businesses, 6th Street's really a cool spot to be for sure.
Yeah, it is.
There's a ton of events.
Yeah, there are. I mean, they have the Food Truck Friday and
Touch a
the
Truck.
art walk, Touch a Truck. I know that they have that movie on the dike. And whenever I go for lunch, I mean, it's like a 5-minute, if even, drive from the library. So there's a lot of cool things to check out. I always like to skip out on like the fast food places, like the bigger places, and see if I can eat at like a local eatery and just kind of talk to the people that are there.
Yeah, so the firefighter
fun.
games that are coming up, we're going to be doing our morning show there that Friday, which I don't even think anybody's going to be there, but it'll still be like the scene will be set. And then on Saturday, they're doing a parade that somehow we got asked to be in the parade, which that's cool. Like, all right, that's exciting. But we're going to be broadcasting on the back of like a truck.
Going live through the parade.
Are y'all gonna pass by the library?
I don't know. Do you know the route? I'm guessing it's like the loop or I don't know.
We need to
We
get like some signs and stuff ready to go. Like we need a banner and stuff. We need to talk to Signfly.
When is this parade, you guys? How long do y'all have to prep?
I don't know. We're just gonna wing it. We're gonna wing it and just get like.
I think it's the 20th, isn't it?
We're gonna get Ethan to. Well, I don't know. We may have to recruit
Be
another
heavy
intern.
lifting.
It's the 17th and 18th, so we have just under a month.
If we don't get a sign made, I was hoping to have Ethan just run beside the whatever we're on, be like, "This is KHEA radio," just so that way there's not a
Yeah.
sign he can announce
Gather
us.
around.
It's KHEA. We don't have a sign, but this is them.
A T-shirt with marker.
Yeah.
That'll do the trick.
We get Ethan to make some shirts for us. Boom. Put the website.com.
No, parades are fun. We did the Christmas parade this past Christmas, and we had library cards with lights on them, and we were giving away books. And I mean, we ran out of books like immediately. When people realized we were giving out free books, they swarmed us.
Well, that's pretty neat though that
Yeah.
people would like free books.
So, yeah, and we're saving up as we're doing the weeding. We're saving a lot of that inventory for this year's Christmas parade because
Nice.
we really want to step our game up.
All right, that's cool. So let's see, we got 15 seconds left in this, and we can probably go back on because we should have about like 8 minutes. We'll be able to end it.
Don't forget that
If I could do it
announcement. This KHEA announcement.
Good morning. You're listening to KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. This is Kickstart. I'm Gardy.
And I'm Curt.
We got Paloma in studio from the Moore Memorial Public Library. Good morning, Paloma.
Good morning. How's everyone doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Curt, how you doing?
I'm doing fantastic.
Ethan, how are you doing?
I'm doing quite well.
Glad everybody-
Wonderful.
We're all doing good. So we're excited to have you in. We've been talking about everything that's going on historically, in the future, and even the present. There's something going on Friday. I think, is that the soonest event?
Yes, that is our Dungeons and Dragons Club for teens ages 12 to 18. It starts at 4:30 p.m., so you can come in, have your dice ready, create a character from one of the 12 major classes, or use one of your original characters, and challenge Megan, our young adult librarian.
Ooh. It's going to be a dramatic, action-filled time, I believe.
I'm really interested to see how she's going to keep it to an hour. I mean, I feel like so much...
Oh,
it
Dungeons and Dragons?
Longer.
No, they go like
12 hours, yes.
Man, in college, we would go all weekend, like nonstop, no sleep.
Do you have
Dungeons
a
and
winner
Dragons.
at the end of your game? Is there a winner, or just like whoever's most advanced, or you just like save it and be like, we'll come back and meet again. Just remember where we're at, take a picture. How does that work?
Sometimes you can have a winner, defeat the master, defeat the enemy. You work together to work together.
Okay. Yeah. So
Interesting.
We'll see how this goes.
Yeah.
My nerd points just went up.
So what other events? Is there any other events that we missed that are coming up quick or in the summer?
Well, this Saturday, April 27th at 2 p.m., we have our cardboard construction challenge with the children's librarian. Ages 6 to 12 can come in and create something magical from a fairy tale kingdom. Maybe it's a sword, a helmet, a castle, a crown, a dragon. Whatever it is, be creative and decorate it and show it off.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you making if you were going to be participating in that?
Might make either a sword or a crown.
That's nice.
Yeah, or both.
So anything
Both.
anything fairy tale themed. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe a unicorn.
Make a horse. I feel like a horse is fairy tale themed.
A unicorn.
A unicorn would be amazing.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. So that's ages 6 to 12, taking place on Saturday at 2 o'clock?
Yes, at the library. Come in. It's free. No sign up required.
Okay.
What's the address of the library?
1701 9th Avenue North in Texas City.
And it's at Moore Public Library.
Moore Memorial Public Library, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, the though is Moore Public Library.
Oh, yeah. On Facebook.
Yes.
Yeah. Come find us on Facebook and Instagram as well.
Mm-hmm. What kind of content can they get? And that's a lot of the posting is you from the social media?
Yes, me and Megan. Megan does a lot of the program flyers that roll out on Facebook and Instagram. And then, I have some articles that I find online and that I put out there for discussion. A lot of our library users like to share those and comment, tell us how much they love our library, which is always awesome. And then on Instagram, you can see pictures of things we're reading, pictures from programs. Really, there's always something going on.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I saw that your blog, which in your website, it's Wander Through. Mm-hmm. And you've been posting a lot on there as well.
Yes.
And I guess the fact that you have experience, running, social media pages and building websites, it kind of helps with that. But what kind of content could they expect from that, and where can they find you?
Oh, okay. Well, on Instagram, I'm at Wander, WANDER through THROUGH. I post about books that I'm reading, different taquerias in the Houston area as well as the surrounding area. Share out pictures of food reviews, and then places that I'm exploring in the surrounding areas as well. So I have like over 200 followers now, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's fun.
I put time into it, and I really enjoy it. So it's always nice when I get positive feedback.
What are you going to do when people start coming up to you and it feels like they know you? Like, they're like having a conversation. It's going to happen, and they're going to go up to the library and be like, so that book that you read, and you're going to be like, how do you know that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be like, great.
Wander through.
Do you know a good taqueria I should go to?
Boom.
The one in San Leon.
Oh, you're talking about El Taquito? Taqueria El Taquito?
El Taquito. I want to go to that Oaxaca Mexican market. Yes.
That's good.
I need to go to that one. Y'all post a lot about that one on Taco Taco.
We can go today. Just don't tell your boss that you're going for lunch with us.
Okay. Yeah. Let's do it.
They're great. It's good food.
Yeah, it's good people that work there, too. And I don't really speak Spanish, and I always feel like you never know when you walk up and it's going to be like, oh, I don't speak. But, I still feel like good about not speaking Spanish and being there.
Yeah.
Which sometimes, I don't know.
I mean, I don't speak it fluently. I try, I dabble, and then but usually it's we communicate well and we laugh and it's fun times. I love going to new places, and they're always happy to know that I really enjoy their food.
Yeah. Well, not the last time I was there, but one of the times I was there, I was trying to speak in Spanish, and I told them, I was like, hey, and I was checking out. I said, hey, I'm trying to learn Spanish. I'm practicing. So can we try and have a conversation? And they were like, okay, yeah. So it was pretty neat. So they were speaking back to me, and I was trying to use words that I knew. And and that's how you learn. I've talked to people, and they say, that's how you learn. You put yourself in those situations, stretch yourself, learn a new word here and there, and it kind of goes that way, I think, with anything.
Yeah, really.
For sure.
We should have a show in Spanish.
Oh, man, that would be tough. But it would throw us in the
Might
fire.
have to plan it out a little bit.
I would need a cheat sheet.
Have some keywords.
Yeah.
Mi ombligo el stockimondo.
That's like his go-to.
Ombligo.
My belly button is on fire.
There you go. I think we may end the show with that.
On that note.
Yeah. On that note. Is there anything else you'd like to share?
Well, if you'd like to check out my blog, it is wander-through.com. And the library, follow us on Facebook at More Public Library. And then on Instagram, we are MMPLTXC. Or just come to the library physically and come chat with a librarian. We're always happy to see you.
Yeah, check in. Let everybody know you're at the Moore Memorial Library, what you're going to be doing there and what you're reading. And that's like a good suggestion for people. Hey, check this book out. It's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great. We got to announce the winners before we end today's shows for the Escape KHEA giveaway. And that person is, can I get a drum roll, Ethan?
Drum roll.
All right, it's Michelle Harmon Bell. You are the winner.
Congratulations. You're going to be checking out that Escape KHEA location. They're awesome over there in Toucan Alley. We like to call it KHEA Alley. We love those guys, and we love everything they have going on. We had the opportunity to do one of the escape rooms. It was a blast, and we barely escaped with like a minute and a half, if that. I think they felt bad, and they were giving us some clues, because that's one of the neatest things. They can watch you at all times. They're like, not that one. Who said that? And we're just like, it must just be one of the voices in my head. That was totally me. So, yeah, congratulations. Go check out Escape KHEA anyways. It's a good way to go do some team building, have a good, fun, safe time with your friends, a loved one, your family. So check them out. And we appreciate you making the time to come in. Thank you to the library.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
All right.
Can't wait.
This is KHEA Radio. Y'all have an awesome day. Coming up next is some Toby Mac. Ethan, are you responsible for this? Toby Mac.
Edge of my seat.
Boom. It's KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. Stay tuned. We're going to have a ton of music going on today. Y'all be blessed. Have a safe day. We'll see you tomorrow morning, 8:30. It's KHEA 99.5.
Bye, Facebook. We love you.
Bye,
have
guys.
a great day.
What's up? I'm Justified. Tuned in there at the end.